SoundCloud music.
Drop a bomb on. K-Bar wasn't ready for that one. He's giggling.
Oh no, I'm laughing because headphones.
I got the earphone joints.
I was like,
Improvising at its best.
Improvising. You can hear us?
Yeah.
All right.
loud and clear.
Probably better than y'all can hear.
Well, shit. All right, and welcome back to the place where nothing is safe. This is episode 161.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 161 of the Jig Is Up podcast. You know me, I'm your host, Dios Marco, and I'm with...
It's your guy, M Easy.
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blaze Your Mommy.
It's your boy Kmart, aka Hey, I miss you, y'all.
We miss you, too.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And also, we'll have to...
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
We have a friend of the show with us, another guest. I guess we're like 3 times in a row for guests.
Yeah.
3 weeks straight.
3
times in a row.
Three
times
Oh, I
in a
thought you
row.
said she was
We
like
up
3
3
times.
games.
I was like, what?
Yeah, we got a friend of the show, Blacktivist, as she calls herself, Brittney, aka Hey Queen of the Living Millenials podcast. How you doing?
I'm well. How about yourself, sir?
All right, we doing
Hey,
good.
Queen.
Hey, queen. Hey,
Hey.
kings, too. Can't keep the kings
Hey.
out.
Oh,
Yep.
that's ain't that grand. Well,
Grand.
oh man, so we had her on episode 145, All Lives Matter. That was a fun episode, along with Mac 2301, sounding like a damn, that's my guy though.
Predator.
Not, 2301 sounds like when you take a mug shot and you have your number,
Or a YouTube channel.
Facts.
or maybe a license plate number.
Shout out to
Mac 2301, the Activated podcast. Shout out to them. Shout out to GDQ. Shout outs to Mac, and also shout outs to Walter Ford. We had a couple of episodes ago.
Yep.
Yep. So let's get into these little announcements real quick. First things first, August 25th, Barberfest at Fair 44. You know what it is. We've been saying it for the past month.
Right.
Until we get it through y'all heads. We'll be there. Get you a haircut, network, meet some barbers, meet all kinds of different people, because barbers, they know everybody, because, people got to get their haircut.
Yep.
So we're working on that. And I think tickets are available. Go check it out on their Eventbrite. Hit them up on Instagram, SD Barberfest. Go check them out. They're good peoples. All right. Say it once and say it again. I'll be on tour. I'm heading to Sydney, Australia.
Peace.
Down on the night. But I do want to talk to some Aboriginals. I do want to talk to some indigenous people, because for them to fix their lips and say, if you don't have citizenship, we're going to deport you. Where the fuck are you going to deport the natives?
Right.
How?
Sway.
Right.
Pretty much. That's honestly, no offense to my white folks, but that's one of the whitest things I ever heard in my life.
Silly.
We're going to deport the natives?
Not the first time. Not the first time. Or something like that.
Boy, colonizers be tripping.
Yeah. How long are you out for?
I'll be out for a week. I'll be back in the States on the 10th. So from the 2nd to the 10th. But I'm gonna lose a couple of days just being above the ocean.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
A couple days.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a 16-hour flight.
A couple days.
Well, maybe a day or two.
A day.
Yeah, it's just a day.
It's a day. You can't really do 2 days.
Well, to me, because I'll
Are
be
you
trying to
thinking
sleep.
What, it
night-
might
are
be
you
like
taking
a
a
day
night
and a
flight?
couple hours or something?
Yeah,
it's like a day.
probably
Yeah,
a
a day
day.
and a
Over
half.
a day. So it's
I
not
rounded
just a
off
day
to
then.
2.
He said around.
So yeah, so it's not just a day then.
I round it off.
16 hours. There's 24 hours in a day, and
I understand that.
and
Just
he's
round up.
gonna be flying.
So as soon as it hits 25 hours, it's more than a day.
Oh, don't you guys love math?
2 days immediately.
This is math at its finest. ladies
That's
and
why
gentlemen.
we're just comedy podcasters.
I'm
Right.
like, hold up. I know I'm tired, but I think I still know how to do the math.
All right.
What else I
Let him
want to
elaborate.
I also
Well,
want
Yeah,
to.
some-
That's,
Give some science behind it.
so you're going for a week. That's great.
Yeah, I've been gone for a week.
Uh-oh, somebody's about to get happy on the soundboard.
Right.
Enjoy your trip. Oh no, I don't need that. I just need one.
You need to hear
I just need one.
Sound like a firecracker. All right. Also, there's an event that's happening on
Bob
Thursday.
Gun.
That's stupid.
Thursday, June 27th in LA. It's called An Extraordinary Evening. It takes place, I don't know the time, but I saw it on the Extraordinary Negroes. They're hosting it. I think John Connor, the host, is hosting the event. And it's a place where people of color, podcasters of color, could go ahead and network and just spreading the word. So if you're in LA on a Thursday evening and you're a podcaster of color, go on through, pull up. Shit, I'm
What
gonna
was
pull
that?
up.
Which Thursday?
Thursday, the
last Thursday.
27th.
Oh, okay.
That's in the month.
Yeah, I'll be just getting ready to pack my shit up. And also,
Good.
I'm campaigning to have Van Lathan as a guest on the
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
Say he
he's
with
in.
it. Shit.
I want to chop it up with Van, man.
Okay.
Just have a conversation. I think he's dope. We could talk about movies, life, everything in general.
I'm just here to listen.
It'll be a fun conversation. He says he's
He
in.
said I'm down, right? Or did
Yeah,
he say
so-
I'm down,
I'm
or-
in.
He said I'm in.
He said I'm
So, hey, Van, if you're listening, come on down during Comic-Con week.
Oh yeah.
Shit, if he in LA, let's go pull up on him.
We'll
Right.
pull up too. It
What
doesn't
you
matter.
doing
We
on
have
a
our own.
Thursday?
We have our own equipment, So if you're not too busy out there in LA working for TMZ or telling Kanye about himself, come holla at us, man.
Right.
So
Happy
I hope that's not a
belated
Hollywood
birthday.
I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Gotta mean what he say.
yeah, man, Van Lathan's a real one. And then, also, it's not like I'm trying to run up on Van and asking him while he's on a date or something to put me on and let him take a look at my Instagram like
While
they
you
did at
running up
50.
on him, I'll have the camera up.
He was about to swing on me.
Segue.
We'll
I
TMZ
think
him.
I think they got that covered. Actually, I don't think you want to worry about bringing the camera. They'll bring a camera.
I know, right? Yo,
Yeah.
can you imagine though? Like, how stupid is that to run up on 50? Like, hey, yo, nigga, check out my IG. Really? That's how you're gonna get record deals?
Yeah, that's how we doing
He didn't
nowadays.
say like that initially, but it did get a little rough eventually.
Oh, it
Yeah, I
did.
didn't catch it. What
But
happened?
Right off the bat, he didn't say it like that. Right off the bat, he was trying to be cool.
He was like,
And
"Hey,
50
big, hey,
was like,
big
bro,
homie."
like, don't you see me? I'm with.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I got a piece with
And
me,
then-
man.
Yeah, then that's when I'm like, oh, you gonna run up on me? You gonna run? Yeah, that's when they got a little extra, which was stupid because what didn't?
And then 50
somebody
said-
get knocked out like the week
And then
before?
50 told him, he was like, listen to me. He said, look me in my eye. He said, no, look at my IG.
Look at my
Yo.
eye. Look at my eye. No, look
The
at
man-
my IG.
The man
bar right there,
said,
what you
Right.
mean?
the man. That's all right.
Oh no.
Should just let that other one play. Look at my IG.
The nigga
Look
said,
at it.
trying to hypnotize him. look at my eyes, man. Look at my eyes. No, look at my IG. No, look at my eyes, man.
No, look at my IG.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yo, look at my IG.
Yo, what
You
the
ain't getting no record
Yo,
deal.
if that's not like the most clout chasing, thirsty, I want instant gratification type of nigga I ever heard in my life. And then the homie was like, he was explaining himself. It's like, dude, it's like, I don't know who's worse, you or Cam
I
Cohart.
just was about to say Cam Cohart.
Cam Cohart is still worse because homie got his draws down.
That was bad.
Fuck out.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
And he
talking
swung
about.
first.
He had his BVD draws were like showing with his
BVD.
Why you at the Louis store with BVD draws, man? Like, come on, man. Fam,
Marco,
what's up?
how you know they BVD draws?
Oh,
It's just a joke. It's just a
focus
joke.
on that area.
It's just a joke.
I gotta message you.
Me, Dolo, knocked him out.
Oh man, Cam Cohart.
Yikes.
But yeah, man, like that shit's lame. Like I you know, like I don't know how I would do that if I met someone in the podcasting game. Like, yo, you know, like fucking Chris Morrow, what's up, man? Check my IG, I got talent.
I got you.
No,
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. Go ahead.
you know what I mean?
Don't deny me,
Like,
bitch.
can you imagine? Can you imagine if Nessa did that? The horrible decisions
Right.
live
Gosh,
show.
God.
Bitch, I know you hear me talking to you.
She's all passing her up, grabbing her like a nigga. Like they grabbed her, they bought the tricep in the club. Girl, you know you hear me.
I can't with y'all. not today. Not today.
Shout out to them once again.
Oh man, that's funny. But man, what y'all been vibing to lately? Because if people want to know what's the vibes.
Right.
Facts.
Anybody
Anybody?
listening to something new?
I'm stuck on old stuff. So.
Me too.
What you stuck on?
I'm still stuck on Ari Lennox right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, she is straight to the point sometimes in them songs.
She ain't wasting no time.
Facts.
Cut the
Facts.
chase.
Some stuff I was like, what?
Facts.
Yeah, she's like, let's cut to the chase. This is going
The
down.
joint where it's about her getting her own space, her own
Her
apartment.
new apartment. Yeah.
I was like, this is an interesting
Listen,
look.
Talking
you know?
about she gonna keep the floor wet.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody baking. I was like, sis.
Walking around naked.
Yes.
I was like, all right.
All right.
You got it.
She
No
about to
furniture
have
in the
a-
apartment.
She about to have a Shea Butter wrestling match. Fucking up some pillows.
Nice drop, Ness.
That's
Right on cue, Ness. But up.
Oh
Yeah.
man. What else?
Hey,
What,
man,
what
it's-
else is out there?
Oh, it's been a while since I've been
Well,
on there, so
I mean, this is a topic we could talk about.
Oh,
Killen's been playing that new Tyler.
oh yeah.
And you know what I ain't been hearing in
Igor?
cars? I haven't been hearing no DJ Khaled in the cars.
Oh, DJ Khaled
Or
feeling
in the
salty.
Talk
yeah.
about that.
I've been playing a lot of Igor though. I love that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's-
DJ Khaled
Oh,
out
that's
here
how you
thinking,
say it?
feeling like the second best.
You're a bird.
With a straight face.
I guess so. You know, like
He's
he,
serious.
you know, he was like on the rant and shit. He had to delete it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
to
still
delete it,
caught it, and they
man,
still
look.
caught it. I don't know why they keep doing
Like,
it.
why would you do
Yeah,
that? Once
why
you
would
press
you
in, it's a
delete it?
wrap.
It's
Yeah,
Just-
even if it's like 5 seconds, even a second, they
People
somebody
catch it.
would.
'Cause
Motherfucker
Shade
catch
Room
you
be
slip.
on it.
Yeah.
Shade Room be on it.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
and Tyler is like always doing like now he's throwing shots throughout
Yeah.
the rest of the time. And the man sold out the Garden by himself. A West Coast nigga from Ladera Heights
Dang.
sold out the Garden.
And a little bit of Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
And a little bit
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne, California.
Hawthorne,
Hawthorne in the
California.
house.
Yeah.
Who said that? Someone said that his response should have been, they don't want us to win.
Who said
Someone said that because his response, remember, someone, I guess he had tweeted back and he would, because what was the thing that he said? He said something about a mysterious, or what did he say?
He said mysterious album on top of the charts because he's saying that like everybody's playing my songs. I hear my shit everywhere. We're like, how is this
Yeah.
Phantom like number one? Is like mysterious shit. Like, well, you know, Tyler has a cult fan base,
he needs
man.
Facts.
Yeah.
you know, where
Facts.
is DJ Khaled? Because I don't think he's in
How
LA
how is it gonna be?
or in the West
How are you
Coast.
mysterious if you sell out the Garden?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Answer that.
He got
dude. I
And
mean,
you're from-
here's the
Say,
thing.
man.
And you're from a whole other coast.
He sold
Yeah,
out.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
sold out Flognon in like in less than an hour. Under
Yeah,
30 minutes.
like
It's
30
tickets
minutes.
win like that, like Comic Con tickets.
Yeah. But
Like
it's
over
like
there
you
too, and
said.
other things. Like he's fan base is super huge. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But it's like you said, like he got a whole he's good. He got a whole cult behind him. So like obviously he's gonna like people are gonna buy those tickets. And think about it, like if he don't need to market like that,
Right.
then
That
why
makes
would
you
he?
so much.
You know what I'm saying? So Khaled's just mad that he don't have to be on Pepsi cans and
Yep.
cereal boxes and put his
Look,
any
man.
kids on every
See,
other
did
song.
you see where
album.
Khaled fucked up? He should have lost weight. He should have lost weight because
lost
he was
like
getting
5
he was getting endorsed. He was getting endorsed by Weight Watchers.
He was.
Now no one's buying Weight Watchers. Why? Because the nigga didn't lose weight.
Yeah,
You know why he
it's
didn't
just
lose
that
weight?
They didn't what?
Because
Why?
our Mexican heavyweight,
You stupid.
he got everybody with their shirts open.
As
they
much
cuss
as
out.
and that's
Shout outs to him.
and I pray for Khaled's wife because as much food as that motherfucker be eating, he don't eat box. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He sure
Oh.
don't.
He
I
did
don't know,
say that.
I don't know if
He's
I took him
tripping.
seriously when he said that. He was for real.
Think he was fun.
He was for real.
Yeah, he looked dead ass.
Wiping the juice off his off his beard.
He's like, Kings
I
don't
don't
do that.
I don't
think-
eat box like that.
I don't think he was serious.
I don't know, man, because I
You
remember,
can't be
yo,
grown
I
and-
remember there was a clip of him
I feel
encouraging
like
his
he's
wife
serious.
while she was working out, and she told him to shut the fuck up out of frustration. He's like, "You doing it? You the best. You got it." She was like, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "Yo, that is frustration. That is like that. Like I look at her face, I can see like, yo, shit. You need to eat her box, homie.
I mean,
God.
Baby
I don't,
boy
think
style.
it's just, I don't think it's just him not eating her box because that's annoying in itself. Him just doing that, I ain't trying to hear that.
Wow.
Let like Nike or Adidas have a workout app, or they have a workout app, but a feature in there with DJ Khaled, motivational quotes.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't nobody gonna use that shit.
Oh yeah, Nike
I'm
running.
gonna turn it off.
Come
I can't do
Another
this.
one. Another one. Can you imagine him trying to like spot you and shit? And
Right.
you're struggling. He's like, another one. Like, look, man.
You the best, man. You the best.
I'm about to choke on this fucking board because I need a spot. And you telling me another one. Another
a
one.
virtual spot.
Listen, it could work though. I could see it working.
Oh,
I could see it working.
I see people.
Maybe
using it, but
eating pussy will help him
No,
lose
thanks.
weight.
Dang.
Facts.
The enzymes and stuff.
Well,
in
you
there?
know,
It
that's
might
where I
be a
was
factor,
going with
might be
it
something.
because there are some, natural benefits. To,
You know, some
and-
lipids, some amino acids, you know what I'm saying?
No, not amino acids.
She said nothing.
Nah, I mean it's alkaline. Excuse me. Dr. Sabi's
bad.
recommended diet.
Oh boy.
Listen.
All right,
Well,
so
if your girl is eating her fruits and vegetables, you should be getting some nutritional value out of that.
facts.
Okay.
She can
thanks.
cure your diabetes,
Depression,
Anxiety.
helps prevent dementia.
acne.
Cause you ain't
All
gonna
of the
forget
above.
eating that box.
Yo,
Chapped
to
lips.
God damn. I know, like when motherfuckers go on dates now, they be looking at her. What she ordering? Okay, bitch, you ordering steak, baked potatoes with sour
Listen.
cream and bacon bits and cheese. Your box
So
is not getting
see.
eaten.
Look, extra garlic.
Nah, speak for
Scallions.
yourself.
Sodium City.
Speak for
Scallions
yourself.
and fucking
Scallops.
and fucking asparagus.
That's funny. Asparagus.
Hey,
That's funny.
I'll pay the whole bill for you not to tell me to do that.
Wait after you pee 2 times. Okay. 2 times.
And who's burning rubber in here?
You
Oh my,
stupid.
that's all. That's all bad.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
stupid.
man. Okay. I
All
quit, I
right,
quit.
man.
Sorry, mom.
All right, man. Let me just get into this nothing to safe now. I feel like we're all warmed up. I guess I call this one Trouble in Paradise, man.
Okay.
Trouble in Paradise. And my question is, what the hell is going on in the DR? Because as of now, the banana is the only republic I'd rather be. Because
Oh my god.
I ain't want to be in there.
Yeah.
Shoot.
oh man.
What
I'm not
about
gonna-
Breakfast Republic?
Ooh.
Now we
shout out
talking.
to-
Okay, yeah, they do.
Shout out to
They
the
do.
French
VR.
toast.
They do got.
VR, yep.
They do got that chorizo bowl and it's fire, homie.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not about the flights, the pancake flights. They're actually pretty good.
Hey man,
Sorry.
pancakes are good too. Shit,
Yep.
pancakes are
Go
lit.
ahead. Get you an endorsement. Go ahead.
I know they're getting free ads, man. But
Brought to you by Breakfast Republic. What's that smell?
What's that?
what's
Some
that smell?
bomb ass pancakes.
That you waited in line for an hour.
Open
for.
every day of the week.
Hey, but guess what?
Better be good.
It's worth
Setting that up.
It's worth the wait.
Endorsed by
Seven.
Dwayne Johnson. Smackdown.
Smackdown platter.
But yeah,
Know your bowl.
here's it.
Speaking of Dwayne Johnson, I just watched Baywatch today.
Oh god.
And then I know you're talking about it later, but I saw the guy, and immediately when I seen it, I was like, Black Mirror. That guy's from Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, Black Manta,
Yeah.
The Get Down.
Yep.
You know, he's making noise out there in Hollywood, but here's a story.
Okay. Jabroni and cheese.
What?
That's the mac and cheese right there. Jabroni and cheese.
Jabroni and cheese.
But here's a news clip from CBS New York for the news.
Believed was
Let me go right back.
to be a romantic
Here we
getaway
go.
with her boyfriend at the luxury Bahia Principe Bougainville resort last October. But just a few hours into Awilda Montez's vacation, she was rushed to the hospital.
You finally get, those days off that you look forward to, and something like this will happen. You just don't expect it.
The Brooklyn woman says it all started when she opened a bottle of 7-Up from her hotel room's minibar. She noticed it didn't have fizz and assumed it was simply flat, but quickly tasted what she believed was bleach.
I was cautious when I took a gulp of it, and I immediately felt it burn me. It burned my mouth. I felt it burn my tongue. My mouth was on fire. When I spit it out into the bathroom sink, it was blood. I was just irrigating my mouth.
The hotel staff brought her to a local clinic where doctors treated her for the pain and vomiting. Montez says the resort apologized, offering upscale dinner reservations and a couple's massage.
At the time, I didn't think that it was done deliberately until I saw the news and realized that, that there has to be some kind of correlation between what happened to me and what happened to them.
She's referring to the 3 American tourists found dead last month at the same resort. 41-year-old Miranda Shop Werner collapsed and died after also drinking a beverage from the minibar, according to her family. 5 days later, this Maryland couple found unresponsive in their room at a sister hotel in the same resort with no signs of violence. Relatives say they were healthy.
I believe that these people were poisoned. I would have been poisoned had I not held it in my mouth and spit it out, because it took effect really fast.
In a statement, the resort claims Shop Werner died of a heart attack. A family spokesperson says she was treated for a heart issue years ago, but was recently in good health.
We don't have any answers of what happened down there.
And the FBI confirms it isn't.
Bruh, what the fuck? And now I'm hearing like bodies after bodies turning up out there. I know, people say, but people die every day everywhere. But bruh, like the Dominican Republic is tripping. And I don't know about y'all. What's another thing that happened out there? Can I get this link out the way? Thank you. Not only that, Boston Red Sox legend Big Papi David Ortiz is hospitalized after getting shot.
He got shot. You're right.
Yeah.
I saw that today.
They found the gunman and they beat the dog shit out of him.
Well, there was two people.
They found one of them.
They found one of them, and the people who was on the shot.
Ass whooping.
He said they a lot of people fucked them up, and the police took him to the medical thing.
They should have stumped his mouth, sent him to ICU.
How is David Ortiz doing?
He's hospitalized. I think he's getting transferred to a hospital in Boston right now for treatment.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Especially that's his home country. Mm-hmm. They say, Gil Scott-Heron said, home is where the hatred is.
Yep.
Damn.
And you can't go home. But what's your advice to all the people who plan on hitting that Expedia and see that the DR is mad cheap? It's like mad cheap, $150 for like a 5-night stay at a fancy resort.
You said $50 for 5 nights stay?
150 for a 5-night stay.
That is cheap.
But 4 or 5 want to tell you can't go to Cuba? That's some bullshit. DR's
story.
And I think I went to Cuba around that situation.
Beforehand. You got it out the way.
Yeah.
Lucky.
It survived.
Got it out
crazy.
the way.
That sounds like a horror movie.
Dude, like,
yeah, straight up.
And if I was like a politician or something, I'm like, yo, we gotta take care of this. Y'all fucking up our money.
Yeah, nobody want to go there.
No one wants to come here. And if I was Haiti, I'd be like, this is an opportunity. We gonna show out, give the best hospitality. None of y'all niggas gonna act up. Leave these motherfuckers alone.
Everything's clean.
We need to get this fucking bag.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Sheena actually was supposed to be in the DR last week, and last minute she she didn't end up going. She even made a snap and was like, oh, you know, that she had a funny feeling about going, so she decided not to go. And then the next day, that's when that shit popped off.
That funny feeling must have been strong.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Go to Puerto Rico.
I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico next
A
month.
staycation.
That's not a staycation. I would feel bad going to Puerto Rico though.
You would?
Yeah.
Why so?
The light situation? But your money's helping them out.
I mean, I get it, and I will make sure of that. Like, you know, if you think she's got to have it, I'll make sure.
Oh yeah, I watched
do
season 2.
My little,
go to Cuba.
Mars was
run
annoying as
around
fuck.
and give out money.
Go to
Mars was
Cuba,
actually
it
really
feels
funny
like
this
that
episode,
on a
but-
regular.
Yeah.
Walking past people and stuff, and they look like they ain't got lights and stuff. You're like, and they think your Nikes are very nice. I'm like, just
Because if you give one kid $1, you know, another kid can be like, yeah,
What about me? What about me?
I mean, we was in the park
Aw.
trying to buy some internet in Cuba, and you know, and like, you know, they all outside playing and stuff.
Yeah.
And the older cats we was talking to, one of them was sitting on the bench. He's like, hey, your shoes are nice. The Nikes are nice. I'm like, thanks, man. Hey, man, let's hurry up and get up out of here.
They like catch
They
us
hungry out here.
Oh, bad.
They hungry out here. My hood intuition was like, yeah, they might be trying to get some money another way.
Right.
Hey, thanks, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Thanks, man. Hey, y'all ready to go?
They start speaking that Spanish you don't understand and shit.
It did.
Pop up 2 blocks later.
Like, so he'd be like, your Nikes are nice. Start talking to his boy in Spanish, and they get up and walk away. And looking at you like, all right, y'all be safe. Hey,
Y'all
man,
be
come on, let's go, dude.
Hey, man,
They
y'all
just
hungry?
left. They coming back.
Y'all hungry?
Hey, man, let's go somewhere, man. I'm gonna get some sorry, man. Let's go.
Hungry, man.
Oh, we got food for you right here.
But I'm still seeing some brave souls on Twitter talking about I'm still going to the DR.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I feel like anything that I've seen, first of all, the black media is blowing it up. Like, black people are not allowed to go to DR right now. But most of the things that I've seen has all been in the same hotel. So shut the
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
damn
that same
hotel.
resort or whatever it is.
The sister company too.
Yeah.
Like
They
they,
swinging
So
on
they
the.
need
they on some get out shit. They just trying to kill everybody, kill every American or
It
something.
literally sounds like a horror movie. Like
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's probably like
eating.
Jordan
Nope.
Peele's gonna show up there
Nope.
for research purposes, or someone
Stein.
from Jordan Peele's team gonna go there and do some
For real.
research, location scouting.
Listen, couples dying together. It's like the horror film from the
Shit,
Notebook.
Stephen
It's
King
like
might go
it's like
there.
the
There was-
end of
right.
the Notebook. Like,
Yeah, there's
in a
another
bad way.
story of a couple dying in the DR horseback riding. They just turned up missing.
What?
Yeah,
Was that the one from last year?
I think so.
Oh, God, that's the reason.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm extra good off the DR.
I'm gonna wait until
Yeah.
I hear some people come
It's
back.
gonna be years.
Like, nigga, you made it? Oh shit!
I saw.
We had your funeral ready just in
Oh
case.
my gosh!
Oh my goodness.
I saw a meme. It said, there were tweets. Excuse me.
Uh huh.
And it said, please stop vacationing in the Dominican Republic, people. I want y'all safe and sound. And then someone replied, I've been to the DR 4 times in the last 6 months, about to make it 5, not just Punta Cana. This country is safe. Those incidents happen in a specific place. It's not the whole country and should not define a whole culture. That's just ignorant. And then the other person, the original person, replied back. She said, "Bitch, you might be the killer then." Who? She said, "Who the fuck? Who the fuck takes 4 trips to the DR in 6 months?"
Bitch, you might be the killer. Fuck.
She said, "Who the
Fuck you mean?
She said, "Who the fuck takes 4 trips to the DR in 6 months?" That shit. Is
That was good. That was good.
Yo. See, that's nigga intuition. It's like, bitch, you the killer. Trying to sound all, trying to have my guard down and shit. No, we come in peace.
They can play Clue.
Don't define the culture as a whole. Nah, y'all.
Hey, my thing is this: is if Big
don't
Poppy ain't
trust
saved,
anybody.
nigga, nobody saved, nigga. That's Mr. Dominican himself.
Like I said, Big Poppy
yeah,
got
Big
shot.
Poppy got shot. And that's the most charitable nigga in the world. Like, are you serious?
He got more money than all of us.
Dude, that's a damn shame.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
Man that has
the
more
person I'll be
money
like,
than all of
how,
us.
like, yo,
Popular guy.
Yo, Big Poppy,
if Big Poppy ain't saving his own place, what makes you think I'm gonna go over there?
nigga look like Florida from Good Times. Afro Latino.
horrible. This man is in the hospital bed and he talking about
Afro Latino.
Times.
He gets more love in Boston.
This man is fighting for his life.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Called her. He just called him.
The man gets more love in Boston than in the DR. Think about that. Boston, one of the most racist ass sports cities in the world,
Yep.
gets
I think,
more love
correct
in
me if I'm
Boston than in his own hometown, the DR.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Paul Pierce get stabbed up in Boston and play for Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Stockholm syndrome. I would have requested for a fucking trade. You gonna stab me 11 times? Fuck that. I want to trade. I
That's
am
not
not playing
funny,
for
man,
these
but,
motherfuckers. Hell no. Fuck you, Benzino. It was you and your crew who did it.
Oh, man.
And that's a real source.
That's why his cousin shot him. But anyway,
Oh, jeez.
don't go to the DR.
Don't go
Not
chasing
right
waterfalls.
Now. Not right now. Not right now.
No.
Just go to Miami. Go to Vegas.
Yeah, listen to the rivers and the lakes. that
I'm
you're
mad
used to.
because they had asked.
Go to
They
go to
had
Atlanta.
Asked, they had
Something.
asked Wanda because I guess she's supposed to be going. I don't know when, but she had already bought her tickets and stuff. They said, "Wanda, are you still going?" She said, "Yeah, I paid damn near 10." I think she meant to put 1K, but it says 10K. I know it's not that much, but 1K. She's like, "I better live." I'm so mad.
All right, bet.
Damn.
If anybody trying to go for the
That's
people,
deep.
go to Miami.
That's
Go to
deep.
right? You want some Dominicans?
Shit.
Yeah.
I think Joe Budden was on Twitter. He was like, I think I'm gonna cancel that Dominican Republic trip.
Listen,
Yeah.
just listen to some Cardi B. You'll be all right.
Just go to Dykeman, homie. You be alright.
Dykeman. Yep.
That's all bad.
All right, man. Speaking of that area, let's get to it. Let's get to the shits when they see us. Let's have this discussion. That's why I have Miss
Directly at me.
Brittney over here, the Blacktivist, who's you seen all four?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when you were watching it?
That is nothing new. There was no shock, no surprise. At no point was I in awe because these things have been happening for years. These things happened today, and they happened right here in San Diego. So
Do you? I know people are calling it trauma porn. Are you calling that trauma porn?
you know what? I saw that and I was like, "Ooh, that's good." I can see how it can be trauma porn for some people because I think right now we are in a time and kind of a movement where majority of the black films are putting a light on our pain and our trauma.
Oh yeah, black
Particularly
trauma
our
is big
historical
business.
trauma. So to continue to like watch that, I can see how it can be intriguing for some people. Calling it porn is maybe a little step further than I would, but
It's when they put porn after
I get it.
Food
Nah.
Food porn.
I get it, but
after a noun or an adjective or
Yeah, like
noun,
when I hear
you
food
know.
porn, I don't think of private parts in my food or anything.
yeah, I mean, I get it, but
I understand
we take words and we
Put 'em together
we
and try to make a
overuse
whole
them
new-
and put-
Yeah.
exactly
new term.
yeah, and it takes us away from like the real conversation we should be having about these things.
That's
I'm not a
Absolutely.
fan of
It's just been trauma porn. It's like, oh, trauma. Oh.
Which I think could be a real thing, but
It is,
Yeah.
it's a real
No,
thing.
I wouldn't be surprised actually. So.
But the way you just
Well, man, because somebody's doing that food.
Harlem Shake, the trauma.
Well, I've been saying like using food porn, like, oh, look at that, that looks so good, or something like that.
that
You
is
be
pretty much
drooling.
food porn.
Yeah.
you can drool,
Dude, have you ever
I'll get
hear
wet.
Rick Ross describe food?
Oh,
I've heard him say
man.
pears. That's it.
Well, there was.
Pears.
I know it's a little off topic, but he was on the Breakfast Club years ago, and the way he was describing food,
Food.
I was
Oh
like,
man.
this man needs a Food Network show.
Yeah. I
Why
saw that.
hasn't-
I saw
why
that.
has-
Or
it
host
like-
an existing one, like Man versus Food or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Cal can do that too as well. I remember he did something with McDonald's. He talking about the McMuffins. He said the McMuffins it just smells good when you open your bag and you with the wrapper.
Nah, man. Rick Ross was
amazing.
like, Rick Ross was making it elegant, homie. Like,
Oh,
that
no.
way it
Oh,
sounded.
yeah.
Well,
the
he
man
was talking about the
painting
food and
picture,
cooking. Yeah.
Reading the description.
Yeah, like, he was getting real descriptive. Like you can actually see like the sizzle coming out of the food that he's talking about. Like you're just
And the way
imagining it.
the salt sit off the fry, it's like his sun kissed, and
He was
all
like,
that
yeah,
extra.
it was
Yeah.
glistening. The salt was hidden right on the
You
steak.
talking about cooking
and it was
how-
sparkling, nice and shiny.
Let it marinate it.
But yeah, man. But yeah, let's not talk about meals because unfortunately those men didn't have a good meal in
Yeah.
over some time, and my thought about it, I watched it by myself, and then with my girlfriend, but it's different when I watched it with my parents. It's way more different, especially part 4. Like my stepfather's been in the system, he's been a felon, and for him to see that, it definitely brought back something. And I don't think anyone's making any great art with activism like Ava DuVernay. Like I don't think anyone's fucking with her in that space. And I was just in awe. Like my mom was dead quiet, my brother was quiet, my dad was he was just wiping some tears out of his eyes. I was like, yo, this is definitely real, and it sucks because wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's all that kept going through my mind watching it. I didn't get to part 4 though.
Oh, dude,
I got
part
to part
4.
3. I didn't finish part 3 either.
Part 4, man, it's gonna have you, and you might cry.
Nah, I think I'm gonna be angry.
Tears of anger.
But you know what? You may feel it all, to be honest, because that last episode will take you on a roller coaster for real. So
Yeah.
you may feel it all.
Because that's been the
Corey
narrative
Wise,
for
that
me
that
this
whole
time. The whole feeling is angry.
the whole
I've been
episode
angry.
is on Corey Wise because he had it the worst. Because he wasn't educated, he didn't know how to read, he didn't know how to write well.
Yeah,
And because they put him, they
pinned it on him.
Yeah.
Coerced,
And they charged
my
him as
first
an
time
adult.
doing rape.
The main thing is they charged him as an
But it
adult
was-
from the
but it will be my
moment.
last.
So from
Yeah.
the beginning, he was already separated from the beginning.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
charges were already gonna be way worse. So, and he was by
He's
himself.
separated by age too. Yeah,
Separated by age immediately. He was by himself. So
I think what sucks about him for his situation the most is he steered clear from the whole thing. All he did was go down there to
support his
boy.
friend. Like that.
Yeah.
And obviously it sucks for all parties, but yeah, with that, like the fact that remember when the police were taking him and they're like, oh, he's not on the list. Like he wasn't even one of the quote unquote suspects that they wanted to bring in, and he had it the worst. So that just really broke my heart.
It just makes me. It's just sad just to let you know, like, Linda Fairstein's love for sex crimes and getting these sex offenders out of the streets, and you're gonna pin it on 5 innocent black and brown people. I mean, I look like Santana Jr. I'm like, he look out for Latino, homie. He look like one of us. Raimundo Santana Jr. I was like, I didn't see your real mama, but John Leguizamo play as your daddy.
Yeah, John Leguizamo, your daddy. You Afro.
facts.
Pest.
Yeah, facts. But you saying that though, that reminds me of our own DA here in San Diego. Right now, Summer Stephan, she trying to pride herself on the things that she's doing with human trafficking and the fact that she's not charging kids, or they have less juveniles being charged with crimes or whatever. But okay, let's think about how many kids you're charging as adults. Right, just like old girl Linda did,
interrogating them without their parents.
So let's talk about what
coercing.
happened. Okay, so let me tell y'all something really quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen, San Diego is wild as fuck. So when They See Us came out Friday, what day was that? Like the 20, what date was that?
31st.
The 31st, right?
Yeah.
So it came out that day. So the next Monday, I checked my Facebook, and Facebook is blown up because there was a principal who had called the cops on a kid right in Southeast here in San Diego at Valencia Park Elementary. And because the kid, 2 boys, a 7th and an 8th grader, had fake money because one of the dads, like a rapper or whatever, just gave the kids money. You know how kids are like, oh, I'm gonna take this school short off, whatever. So the teacher saw the money. The teacher, sent the kids into the principal, gave the principal the money. The principal, talking about, oh, this is procedure or whatever, she called the cops. 7 or 8 year old boys, by the way, called the cops, had the cops come in and talk. I'm putting air quotes, y'all. Talk with the kids. The mother didn't know until the kids got home, until the sons got home from school. So at no point did the principal or the teacher contact the parents. So do you all see how easy it is to get put into that situation? Because the cops could have easily been like, oh, this is counterfeit money, blah, 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 whatever. Because, of course, in the media now they're going to continue to say counterfeit. So we're like, no, this is play money. It clearly has black lines through it, and it says copy. Yeah. Right? It's very clear. She's trying to cover her own ass. And the mom was like, okay, why didn't you call me? Like, what's your issue? She's like, well, I was here. Well, I'm gonna use old girl's term. Well, bitch, you was incriminating my damn kid as well. So like, what? Like, imagine how that feels. And then just the things that the little boys have been saying afterwards, like, oh, like, did my friend get arrested? Like, they were fearful. That's adding trauma. 7 and 8 year old boys. Yeah. So like, look how easy it is to get put into that situation, right? Because what if it was cops who was like, man, fuck it, like whatever, these criminals, they're gang members, blah blah blah, all this other shit, like just easily could have wrapped it up.
We're in the 4th district anyway. These little black boys ain't shit, so let's go ahead and they ain't gonna be shit. So let's go ahead and put them in jail right now. Put them in the system.
Easy. And with the things that we have in place right now, the laws and penal codes we have in place, it could have been easy to do that for these little boys. Call them gang members and go on to the next, right? So when I say, like, when they see us doesn't surprise me, it's because of things like that. It's because of stories like that. It's because
you're out there every day. You're out there every day doing your part.
Yeah, I mean, no. I'm out there. I'm paying attention. I make sure I stay connected with the people who are definitely out there every day. Because like I said, we need to pay attention. So it's just, I just want people to know, like, how easy it is for that shit to happen, or how easy it has been actually for that shit to happen.
And then, like, the whole detectives, the 30 detectives that took a part of it, doing all kinds of illegal tactics to coerce false confessions out of these young men, out of these boys. They're boys. They're boys.
Children.
Boys.
Like,
they're kids. They're literally kids, scared. They're poor and disenfranchised. Low income, they trying to get by just like everyone else. And you just took that away from them. And time is the most important thing that any human being on this earth can have, and you took that away from them. And I understand that they got $41 million in settlements, all together, but that doesn't mean shit.
Because they had to split that shit.
Yeah.
Because they had to split it. And if you compare that to any other settlements that white folks get, they don't got to split that shit. So, they getting screwed over all the way down to settlement.
And then the point,
you don't get your time back.
That's right. And you can't put a price on time.
Exactly.
Right.
And what made it more sickening is when they came back and said, yo, these kids are innocent. We have a confession from the actual rapist who's been in jail for other rapes that he did.
That he willingly admitted to.
He gave DNA and all that. He was like, oh, well, it was always a sixth person.
Right. That part.
Man, I would have reached across that table and slapped that bitch with all 5 of her books. What the fuck's wrong with you?
So silly. But facts. Because who wants to be wrong, right?
Yeah.
That's what it all comes down to. Like, who wants to be wrong? So when we look at prosecutors, we look at the things that they say, the things that they do. Who the fuck wants to be wrong? And they continue to get promoted and all that shit.
And what's the funny thing? Oh, white people love to do this. Uh-oh. They like to play that victim card. They always want to call out black people for the race card. Y'all pull out victim card. It was a game of racism was a game of Uno.
There's a victim card in there.
The victim card was pulled by a white woman.
Facts.
And so much mental anguish, and I can't deal with this. The backlash from the video. Bitch, you didn't do time. Did you get raped in prison as a young boy? No, the fuck you didn't. Right. And that what makes it even worse because she did it to 5. She could have did it to 25. She could have did it to 30, 50 other black men.
Yeah.
Countless.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It could have been a Me Too movement on her. She could have been the Harvey Weinstein of fucking.
That's what I'm waiting for. You right. You right.
I'm waiting. It's gonna turn into a Me Too movement. She's gonna be the white female Bill Cosby of this shit.
Oh fuck, shit. That's all bad. That's all bad. But no, I will be waiting for that. But you know they called to get all of her cases reopened.
Oh yeah.
They want to get all of her cases reopened.
They get up in
it's
her
coming
ass.
out.
And you know what? All them other shit. Them cops are gonna be end up killing themselves like them cops did on American Gangster when Frank Lucas was snitching on them. Motherfuckers start killing themselves like, but fuck this.
Listen,
They better not.
that would be.
That's the easy way
I
out.
don't want them. Oh shit.
Nah, I don't want them to kill themselves. That's too easy.
You want them to get locked up and get raped too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't get. Okay, so that's the part I don't understand. It's like we don't think that it's okay for we don't think that it's okay for one person to get raped, but they could get raped.
It's not
Is it just
okay.
me?
It's not okay for one person when they're not being away. It's okay for me, speaking my truth, it's okay for the other person when they're the cause of getting somebody else in some shit. So
Okay.
I feel like they need that equal.
Yeah.
They need that equal, that equal
Yeah.
energy.
So I forget what state it was, but they've approved or close to getting it approved to castrate rapists. That's a thumbs up for you.
That's scary. That's scary.
Okay.
Think about that.
He's like,
Think
Hey
about
man,
that.
hey man.
If you were an
If you choose
innocent
to rape a
black man,
motherfucker,
if
hey.
you're an innocent black man in
Yeah.
this country,
Yeah,
and a white lady screams, "Oh, rape!"
Right.
and you get castrated
Right.
off of a fucking white lie, literally
Right.
and figuratively,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
you got to
Right.
think twice on that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
if
saw a lot of
so if an
people-
innocent man gets castrated and she comes out and admits that she was lying, what does she get? A drill put in her fucking
They
vagina? or
never
something?
get anything.
Damn.
What does she get? Like,
Ooh, I just got chills.
she gotta get something done to her vagina.
Oh God.
Something that's painful. Like there has to be
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I get what you're saying though. I feel the same way. Like people who get up and lie, hello treason. Like I feel like people who do those things should be reprimanded. Like the prosecutors that talk shit,
Yeah.
and make up stories. I think that they should be. They should get caught up for that.
Because
I think they should get locked up too. Like you should just lock them up too.
And then when they do,
I
they
feel the same way. I'm working
they
on
do
it.
an oath, right? when they come to the stand. So that's like already. I don't know. My thing. I mean, I'm very. I don't want to say ignorant, but like when it comes to like courts and like law and stuff like that, I'm not the brightest when it comes to that area. But like, I always question like, so do we not like believe in what is it called, lie detector test? Is that only for Maury?
That's
Like,
funny.
I don't
know,
believe in lie detector
because I just be
tests.
like,
Nah, they only go so far.
yeah, but I feel like, but they don't even do that. Like, you know what I
Like
mean?
what
They
if
don't.
it's an innocent person and they just hella nervous?
Yeah.
So
It goes off.
It's come up in the past years that like the lie detector tests are not either they're not
accurate.
they're not as accurate as they want to be. And then of course you get the people who because like you said, just being nervous can be a trigger, right?
Yeah.
And if they read that off like, oh, the new dude going crazy or whatever.
Oh,
like,
he's lying. We got another one.
Yeah. So but also think about it, like even when we look at physical evidence, like or the lack thereof,
exactly.
people are still
80,
getting fucked over.
80% of the people who've been exonerated from their false convictions,
Yeah,
DNA comes up afterwards.
exactly.
80%, and black men are like a majority of that 80%.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. There should be.
That's fucking scary.
The opposite.
Remember a long time ago, I did that episode on the Nothing Is. I forgot which episode it was, but on the Nothing Is Safe segment, there was this Trinidadian woman who was fucking up with DNA evidence to get people convicted.
Yep, I remember that.
You got
Yeah, I remember
corruption all over the fucking force. From the fucking detectives, the people who's doing the DNA evidence, from the fucking DA to the motherfucking beat cop, from to the fucking the meter maid.
Oh, the meter.
All the way to the prosecutor.
But let's not leave the jury out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
jury,
Because
jury selection
think about
because
it.
of the lawyers.
Jury
I mean,
selection because
yeah.
of the lawyers. Excuse me. Not only that, but I personally believe that the jury should be educated.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I do not want you to be picking Tom, Dick, and Harry that probably have never even been to court before.
Hello, sir.
to
Do you
decide
like
what the
black
fuck's
people?
happening
No,
in
I
my
don't.
life.
Good, you're
Yeah.
in.
Right, that part. You know what I'm saying? And I've been there for a selection, and of course they, kick my black ass out. But
That's a bullshit.
Because if we say we don't like police, they'll be like, oh well, we can't.
Well,
Right.
he's
If
biased.
You say
You
you don't
can't
like
stay
police,
here.
He's biased.
Or you say that you're in favor of someone who doesn't like it, or you
Yeah.
say you've ever encountered the police before. Any of those things,
Yep.
Yeah.
they will
Yeah.
cut you out. And of course, if you black, they'll cut your ass out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
They'll
just
find
the
something.
truth.
And then
Depending
sadly,
on the case.
and sadly, as black people, we'll be saying, "Hell yes, I don't have to do jury duty,"
That part.
because we feel like we have other better things to do. It's like, nigga,
Yeah.
I can't just take time off. Like,
You
I
got
gotta go
lives
to
to
work.
live.
I got lives
You
to
niggas should
live.
have went to the park.
Right.
Just stay there, eat your chicken, man. Fuck.
That was my thing too. I was like, "Oh, he left, baby!" Like that was the first thing I said when Corey left. I said, "He
Nigga
left,
banging on the
baby."
window,
Oh,
I would have been hot. Like, nigga, stop
Yo.
banging on the window. So anxious.
Like Corey could have
chill.
got some ass
He's so
that
sad.
night.
You was young. No, you were so
Maybe a
young.
hand job.
Man,
Right.
You know.
should we keep going
Or,
with that?
or the kiss that
It's like
he
he can't
wanted.
read,
he just
but-
wanted a kiss.
He can't read, but he could have. Nah, let me stop.
And he had a little game. He convinced her to go eat.
He
You
was
see a little
fresh.
suaveness, like, let's go get some chicken,
Yeah,
girl.
that part.
I waited for you to get out of school to eat with you.
Right. Right. He turned it around. He said, okay, I'll go eat some chicken.
But
I'll go make them tacos.
Right.
just a plug here. You can always donate to the innocenceproject.org.
All right.
So if you if you want to get involved with the whole Innocence Project to exonerate more falsely convicted people out there, you could go ahead and make your donation to that website. So
That's
is
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's just a free promo.
Yeah. Which was started here in California, Cal Western, by the way.
Oh,
So
see?
if you
Nice.
in California, San Diego, let that be another push for you to donate.
Facts on facts right there.
I got a few.
What else I want to talk about? Linda Fairstein. What if you had the chance to, if you had a chance to talk to her, what would you say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I don't have nothing for her.
Like, you fixing your lips, and you got that gray worm lip right there. After they killed Masande.
Hey, man. I would be like Grey Worm. I wouldn't let up on her. I would have hella questions, and I would just be listening for her answers. I'm like, so you thought it was good to do this and this, huh? Just to see what she say and all that. Like, see how stubborn she is.
It could have. You know what? Even if people, it wouldn't be satisfying. Even a simple I fucked up. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's not.
It's never gonna be satisfying. But at
no.
least I'm not trying to play white devil's advocate, but I'm just saying.
White devil's advocate. I would throw this microphone.
But the thing is, it's like, acknowledge that you fucked up.
But the sad thing is
that they're dying with a lie. All of them.
I mean, not even
everyone's involved.
Well, yes, definitely that. But I feel like, especially like with her, granted, it was acting, but like, I honestly, truly believe that she felt it was real. Like she, you know what I mean? Like it was so. She took the time to make sure that it was real and that all of these were facts and they did it. Like I feel like she
adding
really,
up.
it wasn't adding up.
I don't know
but
how accurate the Netflix special was, but the Netflix special itself, if that's true, she was really reaching.
Yeah,
and that's enough to show that she knows in her heart that she was on some bullshit.
So the detective actually made a really good statement at the end. Sorry, at the end.
I'm not
the
tripping.
fourth episode you ain't
I'm
seen.
gonna watch it.
But he basically
I'll know what it is when it comes up.
But he basically said in a nutshell, and I've heard this before, where he's like, he's doing his job. He did what he was trained, right? He did what he knew to do. So if we look at how prosecutors are trained, how detectives are trained, if we look at those things, how they look at someone, and just by looking at them and looking at their reaction, right? Like one simple reaction or actually one non-reaction means guilt. And that is their training. That's what they're learning. So I'm with you when you're like, you know, you feel like she didn't know otherwise because she didn't. If you don't train people to know the different gazillion human reactions that somebody could have towards like being interrogated and towards like being lied to or towards being scared, any of those things, like fight and flight, it's fight or flight, but it's a number of other things that come along with it. So like I'm not saying I'm not saying that I am in the prosecutor's corner for this. I'm just saying that I understand the ill training that they've received, which has continued to put us and our people in this situation. Because it's not just regular people. If you look at the Amanda Knox story, y'all remember Amanda Knox?
Refresh our memory.
Yeah, I was about to say
so Amanda Knox, some years ago, was a white girl who was overseas. I think she was like in Italy. Her roommate got killed, and they pinned the death on her and her boyfriend at the time. And they did that simply because they thought that their reactions as they were doing the investigating was
of guilt,
was like guilty kind of, because like as they were in there, like, you know, testing and everything like that, like Amanda and her boyfriend were kind of kissing and like comforting each other. So the detectives and everybody was like looking at that, and they took that and they ran with it. So Amanda Knox did years in prison in Italy over that stuff, and then it took another 2 or 3 years for her to get exonerated over that. But if you look at that story and look at other documentaries on her life and what happened, they all say the same shit. Even if y'all seen Making of a Murderer or whatever.
Making of a Murderer.
And that one was like Brendan, like it was two guys, and anyway, it was like the uncle and his nephew. The prosecutors still come back with the same story. They all have the same shit. They look at one or two things that give them a reason to guilt someone, and they take it and they run with it. And whatever evidence that comes or lack of evidence that comes along, it's like, oh, well, regardless, they guilty. Like this,
we need another body in the system anyway.
Exactly.
We need tax, fuck up my tax dollars.
Exactly.
So people.
When the detective was explaining that he was just doing his job, what did he mean by that? Because from what I see, from what I notice, they're there to play a game as far as doing their job. And what I mean by that is look for stuff to use against that person.
Yeah.
And play the game of, chess, pretty much. Like that's what the law is built on. Like
what was another part I want to touch on? I think the father, played by Michael K. Williams. That one hurt me.
That hurt me.
That
too.
one hurt me.
Oh my god.
He is like, because he had problems with the police earlier in his life. And he was like, just tell them what they want to hear and they'll let you go.
Yeah,
bruh.
That is the first part that made me cry, because I saw my own dad.
Damn.
That's the first part, because that reminded me of my dad telling the story of him getting beat by cops. And we from Chicago, so them cops, they all corrupt.
Chicago PD.
Yeah, and they corrupt and they crazy, and they went in on his ass. And he was telling me a little bit of the story, but he was basically saying that, like, he didn't know that he could complain, right? He didn't know that he could put in a complaint. He didn't know that he could do something about it. He didn't know his rights. Which is why I push so hard to make sure that our family and my friends and my nephew, who's 12, knows exactly what his rights are. And that reminded me of another conversation I had with my dad, where I was telling my dad that I was teaching my nephew his rights, and my dad was like, no, like looked at me with the straightest, craziest face he's given me in years, and he was like, no, don't tell him that, because they just gonna think he's just another smart ass nigga. And my dad never says the N-word, right? And I was like, but dad, but he can be a smart ass if he wants to, but he's gonna be a smart ass that knows his rights and that knows how to how to come back and sue a motherfucker if he needs to. Yeah. So that when especially in the part in the bathroom. Yeah. Ooh, that shook me.
It took that man years to forgive his father for that.
Years. Did he ever though? Like,
I don't think he did. It didn't
it felt incomplete, but
yeah. I think he finally kind of understood, or finally put his guard down and was able to be vulnerable with his dad. But I don't know if I saw any type of forgiveness.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because even at the end, well, I don't know if he passed or anything, because at the end when they exonerated them, like it was just mom that was there.
And even after they served their time, they were still labeled as such, as rapists, and knowing that you've been innocent, you did your time, and for you to go back out there in society and trying to be a productive member of society, that still carry on with you, and knowing that you're innocent, and that's why, and that's the thing about, I have to give Corey Wise his props, like for his parole hearing, they're like, you have to admit that you raped such and such, and he was like, nope, I'm innocent, I did not touch that woman, I don't even know who she is. And he was like, if they ain't trying to hear my innocence, I ain't got no. I don't want to give them that energy. I don't want to give them that energy.
Yes,
he kept doing his push-ups.
And what got me the most was the majority of the guards that was on him was our own people. You know what I mean? Because shout out to Roberts, I fucks with Roberts, but was he white or Hispanic?
He was white.
Yeah,
cute little white boy.
Yeah, he was real cute. Okay, Mr. Roberts. but he was the only one that kind of had him under his wing, and I was like, damn.
He saw the humanity in him, and that's what they also do. They dehumanize black men when it comes to this, to this situation. They take our humanity. It's like, these are animals. These are wild packs. They're from the ghetto. They come up and wreak upon the rich because they don't have anything. I mean, don't get it fucked up. I did see some people get mugged out there. It was fucked up, but it wasn't them.
And they were fucking with people that was running by and on their bikes and shit.
I
need to chill.
But the thing that you were saying though about like what people, especially in the media, how they depict black people or black and brown people, like that's nothing new. The thing that I'm most surprised about or really disheartened about is the fact that we still have people that believe in that shit. Like,
that's nothing new.
I know that's nothing new either, but the fact that like, why are you still believe? Like, when is this ever going to be like dead to you? When is this ever? When you ever going to be sick of that? Like, when are you ever going to look at this and be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all hear that insane Cedro, a white boy, pulled out and started shooting at going towards the border crossing, coming to
he got capped up.
He did, because he pulled out on them. On Border Patrol. He started shooting at Border Patrol, but the media humanized that man so well. It's a 23-year-old white dude. They humanized him well.
That's fucking human trafficking.
Right, because he had
that's human trafficking. He pulled out a gun on a fucking on an actual officer. Are you kidding me?
But from the start, they said an American, and it took and that happened on a Monday. It took until Friday.
Tell you,
it took until a Friday for us to even get a picture of homeboy, and then we got his whole life story. They humanized him. So like
the mayonnaise media is at it again. I don't even call it the mainstream media. I call it mayonnaise media.
Strikes again.
Thank you, Kmart.
I woke up for that one. But
look at Easy's face. He's just like, yo, don't let me make
bullshit. You mad. I know. It's common. We see it, and one thing I would say about our generation, like, we ain't for the shit. For the most part, we not. And also one thing about San Diego is San Diego definitely ain't for the shit. Like, San Diego's community here and space for activism here is more great than I've seen any place. Not that I've been many places, but definitely more great than I've noticed any place else or heard of any place else. The advocacy is just tremendous. But we do have a lot of work to do, and I really just mentioned that just to point out like that we still going through the same shit. And I really want people to pay attention. History repeats itself. Shit, history never ends. For me, it never fucking ends. But like, I really want us to pay attention. So we watch movies like this and we get really mad. But then what happens after that, right?
We just go back to living our lives.
We go back to living our lives. But like, it has to be. We got to do more than that. We really do. Because otherwise, we still gonna be mad. But you ain't gonna go vote and vote out your DA.
Got to get him the fuck out of there.
You got to get him out of there. But how do you do that? You vote him out. So. Right, so PSA people,
and that's saying
BSA people,
and that's saying
you
the votes ain't being tampered with either, though.
And
that's just saying, hopefully the votes ain't being tampered either. You tamper with either, so.
And that's the good part of the
Because
conversation.
I vote anyway, regardless. But
right, that's good.
Yeah.
if
But-
if it comes out to, the opposing favor, I'm thinking like, I know that's some bullshit. So
Yeah, but you did your part though, and that's necessary.
Yeah.
That's the good part of the conversation when we talk about voter suppression, all the other
My
stuff. But like, yeah, but the fact that like people don't really know that you can actually vote for a district attorney. So Linda Fathead is a district attorney. She was voted into that position most likely. So those are things that we have to pay attention to. I'm done talking, y'all. I'll be getting to.
No,
you're
that's
good.
right.
we
Yeah,
appreciate
right.
it. Hey, guess.
But I
The
do
floor say what's on your
I do.
mind. So
But you know what's so
good.
funny though? Because no offense, man, for the fellow Blue Lives Matter people that I see with their stickers and everything.
Stickers.
But where was that energy for old Muhammad from Minnesota? Where was Blue Lives Matter?
It didn't matter. It's gonna matter 12 years from now.
The man is doing 12 years in prison. The first cop.
Damn.
He's the sacrificial lamb.
in Minnesota.
You got your justice. There's a cop doing time. It's a black cop killed a white woman. Not saying that makes it any better or any different, but it's so funny how that switched easily. So you telling me after Alton Sterling, Tamir Rice,
McDonald.
there you go, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile. Some of these cops are actually back on the force.
Cops right here in San Diego.
Back on the force.
A week later.
But Blue Lives Matter. And it sucks because like I feel sorry. If anyone who's listening to this podcast who's a black cop and a black man in law enforcement, they ain't got your fucking back. They don't. They do not have your that blue wall of silence. That blue wall was talking. Hey man, get that nigga the fuck out of here. Never liked his ass anyway.
Right.
That's real.
Had the nerve to kill a white girl.
Fuck's wrong with that nigger? We only told him if he killed another fucking monkey, we would have had his back.
White doesn't mean black and brown.
Hey, your blue life didn't matter. Now you're doing 12 years behind the wall. So
It's rough out here.
So
rough.
I just
How does it feel to be reunited with your brothers?
Damn.
Everybody else that you put in too.
I mean, that sucks. I mean, he killed a yoga instructor. Like, come on, dog. Like, you fear for your life for a yoga instructor? Hey, what you gonna do? Vinyasa your life away, nigga?
Yeah, put you in the hole. It's a wrap.
She was doing a fucking.
Oh gosh.
She was doing the tree pose while you put her handcuffs on. Put your handcuffs on, tree pose. Oh damn!
Get out on the floor, downward dog.
Now chaturanga. All right.
Inhale.
Oh god.
Oh, you've been doing your
I'm proud y'all
Njai
know
break.
y'all poses. I'm proud. Go ahead, Black King.
yeah.
Go ahead.
We semi-progressive.
We've been to a few sessions.
Yeah, but
I don't know these.
But the way,
so I'm just like, oh.
but
fine.
don't get me fucked up. The way my toxic masculinity is set up, still.
Not toxic.
Still.
Oh man, yeah, I don't want to get too depressing, but yeah, it was some bullshit, man. When they see us, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Even though we spoiled it.
If you don't get pissed off,
you're gonna get triggered. You're gonna get triggered.
Definitely.
Period.
Because, dude,
All the emotion.
on some real shit,
You're gonna get triggered.
people-
Yeah.
Everybody should
don't kill
see it.
yourself. Let me put the bullet in your head. That's how I feel.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Straight up.
Everybody should watch
It's just
it.
art. It's all art. I don't think he means that literally. It's art.
Right.
This
No.
podcast.
We at the Jiggy Podcast.
Don't incriminate the man. Don't incriminate the man.
Let's hear the disclaimer.
We at the Jiggy Podcast do not promote any memes, comments, or anything. It means himself and not doing
Yeah.
and that's Marco K.
Yeah,
Bar
folks. It's only entertainment.
and our local guests. Back to you.
Because I know I teared up on all the episodes. Like my eyes got a little watery. Like
Little
motherfuckers
waterworks.
was cutting onions and shit. But I actually like shed a thug tear, like for sure in the first and the fourth episode. For
When you
Yeah.
cut those
sure.
onions, you can cook those on my head because I was hot.
That's good. Wait, did you watch it by yourself, Ness?
No, I actually watched it at work with my coworkers.
Ooh, what your coworkers look like, girl?
They people of color.
Okay. I was just
They all
yeah.
People of color.
Yeah.
I knew I had to watch it by myself first, and now I can watch it like whoever else. But I knew I had to watch it by myself.
I'm telling
only
you,
because
I've
like,
been
I
watching
didn't
it
want
by
like
myself, and
nobody
I don't
else's
even watch it
reaction to
again.
irritate
Yeah.
me.
that shit hit different when I watched it with my parents when I went to visit them.
Yeah,
It-
The one.
that-
I wanna watch it
right
again.
there, seeing my dad and like
yeah.
wiping his tears. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is some real shit.
And it was their first time watching it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But see,
Who-
he
who-
went
who-
backwards.
who
He went
decided
backwards.
to-
I told him when he was, flipping through the smart TV. I was like, "Oh, Black Godfather's pretty dope. Check that out."
Yeah, that's dope.
And then my
It's a
mom
dope,
was like, "Yeah, he actually enjoyed it. Now we're gonna watch this." I'm like,
yeah, you should have watched Black Godfather
flip
after.
flopped.
Black Godfather's dope.
Right.
You should have
I'm
flip
laughing.
flopped.
See, like that's
on
definitely
Netflix?
something to watch right after. Yeah,
Yeah.
Black
Okay,
Godfather
watch it.
because
It's kind of like watching a
Bruh.
cartoon after a horror movie. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
it's kind of like The Equalizer.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on some justice
Oh,
stuff, but
yeah.
making sure black people
Yeah.
get their just due.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
basically is
Well, you
the
know
narrative
what?
is.
So I did something similar. So last year I actually saw. Do y'all see Detroit?
Detroit.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I know what you're talking about though. I know what you're talking about.
Talk about trauma porn. That's real trauma porn.
I'm not trying
So
to
go
watch
back
that.
and watch it. You'll really get mad. So Detroit was heavy, and I didn't see previews or nothing, so I had no idea what I was going into. I went with a friend.
I saw the
She
trailer.
just said, "Let's go see it," because I'm from Detroit, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, so we watched it, and it had to do with like the Detroit riots in the
Yeah.
60s or 70s, and it had to do with like what happened with the officers and the guys and girls actually that were in the house or the in the house. I was like, oh, when that movie was over, I was like, we gotta watch something else. So we went,
Yeah.
and this was right when The Lion King was out again, the cartoon with like the subtitles for the songs.
Yeah.
So we went right to the next theater and watched The Lion
for
King. After
real.
that, I was like, I need something to lift me up.
Yeah, because it's too heavy. Huh?
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's too
God,
heavy.
it was so heavy because I wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
It was so heavy. It was so heavy.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
did you?
Watch it?
Because I watched the trailer, I was like, nope.
Watch it. Just have your
Not
backup
today.
ready. Watch it. Just have your
They
backup
had that
ready.
white boy in there, and he was on Bandersnatch.
Oh yeah, he was one of the cops.
Yeah, he was one of the cops. Yeah, I remember him. But yeah,
was
speaking of
good.
Bandersnatch, Black Mirror. We talked about Black Mirror.
Kellen saw the episode. He saw episode
Yo,
one.
season 3, season 5 is out.
Season
well,
5.
well, only 3 episodes, but the first one
There's I thought
only
there was
3.
5, no?
3 episodes for season 5.
Season 5. Yeah, there's 5 seasons. There's
5 seasons.
Just 3 episodes
Just
for
3
that season.
episodes.
Striking Vipers.
Was Black Mirror like that though? They showed
This episodic. It's never a series. It's just a series. It's just a
Short stories.
I have
short stories.
Yeah.
Quick question: the previous Black Mirror seasons, did they all all in one season with different episodes, like majority of series like that, or they do it like a certain like week by week or something like that?
No. It's you can binge it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can watch
you-
all 5 seasons.
yeah.
In there. It's just not like long, like a long list of episodes. It's just
Yeah.
a couple episodes on each season.
But
Oh, okay. I didn't say that's my first time ever seen Black. I haven't seen Black. Mirror.
all I can say is that Black Mirror, especially Striking Vipers. This episode was the talk of the town.
I'm gonna be quiet because I've never seen it. I'm gonna be quiet.
I said.
Okay,
all
so-
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say this. With the new Call of Duty coming out in October, 2K, Madden, whatever new fighting game, you got Mortal Kombat right now,
Especially fighting game.
especially in fighting games. Your girl, if you got a girlfriend, you're a gamer. Your girl gonna be looking at you different. He's like, I'm talking to my homeboys online.
Right.
Really,
Oh,
nigga?
after watching that.
After watching
Oh boy.
I got this new
Because-
VR game, babe.
Yeah. Because honestly, that was my
like
defense. That was it gets worse.
Yes.
That was my defense for my faithful game players. It's like, yo, nigga ain't out there. He's playing the video game with his boy. Now you can't say that anymore.
Watch the episode, you can't say that no more, bro.
You can't say that no more. I don't know, man. You just might just gotta turn off that console, spend time with your girl.
Homie, look, I think I watched the first
Oh my God,
20 minutes. I'm like, yeah, these 2 of my favorite black actors. This might be a good episode.
Yeah.
Nigga, when they first played their first game, I was like, I'm not watching this shit.
Well, first of all, me being a comic book fan, I didn't expect a DC Marvel collaboration to be like that. I didn't expect Black Manta and Falcon. It's just on some other shit like that. And I would have to say it's quite progressive because you didn't get to see many Asians in American film having love scenes. So I would say that's kind of progressive.
Just throw y'all off a little bit.
There's a little,
which is actually pretty crazy because like I never seen Black Mirror. That's the first. That's the first episode I ever seen of Black Mirror. And Mark said, hey, "You gotta watch this." And I'm a huge gamer.
This nigga texted me when I was what movie I was watching? I was watching Aladdin. Was I watching Aladdin? He texted me when I was like, either I was watching Aladdin or something. I was
like, as soon as you done with that, go watch this episode.
He's like, nigga, go watch Black Mirror. I was like, yo, okay, I guess we got some content because this. Okay.
Wait, it almost sounds like the first episode of the second season of She's Gotta Have It.
Yeah,
more like he gotta have it. More like, okay. Everybody was talking about that Nola and Opal episode.
I mean,
the braids.
Your homie went from She Hates Me to
I'm
he love me.
I'm downloading it right now. I'm downloading it on my phone right now.
Papa Doc turned to Papa Cock.
He sucks at fighting games. I want to say that too. He kept getting his ass kicked.
I gotta watch
just like in the Marvel movies,
right?
And you just had to show me it too. And it's funny thing because Mark said he knows I'm a big gamer and stuff like that. And now like the first of all, it's a dope video game. Like, hey, I told him before like I watched it. I said, hey man, if I get the PlayStation VR, man, and I'm like not want to buy anything, he's like, nah, it's good.
Nah, fuck that. I'm old school now.
Yeah, and I looked at it, I'm like,
right. We on the couch, nigga, toxic masculinity style. We both watching the video and be playing like real niggas, man.
Man, and
don't even look for real.
I was like, bro,
I'll be like, Mark, don't even look at me, nigga. Real niggas all day. Don't look at me.
No eye contact, nigga.
No eye contact. You lose, you pass the sticks to your left, nigga. Or you're right.
And don't wear European clothes, nigga. I need some baggy clothes.
And you ain't picking no female fighters either, nigga.
Oh yeah, I'm down on this.
Oh man. So
that was me.
So basically, because we were saying all kinds of jokes and shit without giving out the proper context
like, I want
of the show. Okay, so there were roommates. It was two homies. They were
best friends.
But don't tell it all.
Two homies.
You stupid.
Get it?
Is that a pun?
Love wins. Yeah.
Love wins. just give a little
yo. This episode came out during Pride Week.
That's real.
That was interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah. This episode came out.
Two gamers get it on.
You know what's interesting? It's
in the game.
In the game.
Because okay, so they were friends. They were roommates.
Smile on right now. Sorry, I just see the audience.
Okay.
So they were friends. They were roommates. They used to play video games and shit. Years later, they grew up. Anthony Mackie's character ended up having a family of his own. He's married to his wife, and his roommate ended up turning out to be a big fuckboy. You know, he's not
different girl every night.
Different girl every night.
Young girls.
That.
Black Manta out there slaying and Falcon's in a relationship. All right, so
he's a family man.
Got a loft in the downtown area.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, living the Playboy life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they reunited, and he was like, "Yo, man, remember the games we used to play?" He was like, "Oh shit, this the new one." He's like, "Yeah, man, but don't you need an extra or something?" Like, dude, I got you. All you gotta do is hook it up. So,
I got a stick for you. That's not what he said.
So he bombed the present, and basically the accessory was that you put the pin on your temple. Your temple. It's not like a headset or anything. Basically, it sticks to your temple. Yeah. And you play the game on. You push the button there,
and you're in the game.
You're in the game,
and as the character. So
and the sensations and the sensations are simulated. So like you could feel pain, or you can feel pleasure. So
I feel like something like that has come out before, but okay.
So basically what happened was they picked their favorite characters that they play way back in the day.
Anthony Mackie's is a guy.
Anthony Mackie was a guy, looked like
character.
Ryu or something like that.
Yeah.
And his buddy, he picked the girl and stuff like that.
Which was
And
played by she was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
She plays the alien girl.
Yeah, she's I forgot what her name. Mantis.
Yeah.
She's still Mantis, played by Mantis.
So Black Manta picked Mantis.
Yeah, so
Got
it's
it.
the same characters they picked from back then, and they're they're fighting and stuff like, oh shit, man, I got hit and stuff like that.
Like, ooh, that hurt.
like ooh, that's hurt. And it's like this is crazy, like so. And then they got stumble and stuff like that. So at the end of the match and stuff, they were about to get ready for round 2. But before they went to round 2, they were kind of tussling, and the character held
their avatars,
the avatars of the woman and stuff like that.
She
They
made the
on top
move.
of him, and she made a
kissed him.
move, and he's like, "What the hell?"
No, he was into it at first. He's like, yeah, dude, she's fine. Wait a minute, you was hey, I know
He
behind
kissed her.
this.
Yeah, he kissed her.
He kissed her, even though that it's technically him inside the character and stuff like that.
And the one who and the one who has the female character was the
Playboy.
The Playboy. Yeah. So they were like, she was on top of him basically like that, and then he's gonna get up, but then she kissed him, and then he got into it, and he's like, wait, whoa, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's still like I thought this is a game, so he got off,
realized it,
and
like,
then,
oh, shit, this is
then
my homeboy.
that next day regret shit where you do something bad and you talking about this shit the entire day, you like fuck everything the entire day.
And
That's
you try
what
to
happened.
forget about it,
Try to
too.
forget about it.
You get that realization in the bathroom, looking in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you accidentally see your homeboy's dick, like if you took a whiz or something, you're like, oh
my
shit, nigga, I didn't see you.
Right. So later that day, they're like, they got back online and stuff like that, and he said, "Hey man, I was drunk. I was drunk like that."
He was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool." And then next thing you know, it.
So it begins like, "Okay, hey man, you ready, man? All right, yeah, we're ready, man. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. All right, fight." They going in and ready to tussle and
fight back.
They just fucking kissed
just
and shit,
kissed
and
and-
it's
didn't even start fighting. They started.
no, they just went straight at it and started fucking.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like, you know how like them little animated ads come on the top of Pornhub, and you see like the. That's what that sounds like. I'm sorry.
I recommend that
just
y'all
saying.
watch it.
You see like the little ads, and it's the animated. That's what it is. Is that what that is? That's what it sounds like. Somebody. It sounds like somebody took that and like got a better job with it.
Right. So
It's not
yeah.
necessarily that though.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
I'm just saying.
they got at it and they were done and stuff like that. So now
She don't want the whole episode.
I really don't, to be honest.
So, but
yeah.
they smashing a lot online.
Yep.
And they hit to a point like, is this for real or is this just like an online thing?
Oh,
right.
She look at her.
Wait, but are they the same characters every time?
Yeah.
Every single time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will say,
And that's the part
I
when I
will
say it's
say,
progressive,
so-
that the two Asians, because you don't see that in cinema, especially like out here in Western, that they have love scenes.
Are
Yeah.
the characters Asian or are the
the characters
fighters,
Asian.
The fighters
characters
are Asian.
Yeah.
yeah.
Go on someone with that. Talking about some progressive
Why not?
I mean,
you don't see
Asian
it.
cartoons. You mean?
No,
Nah,
they're
they're-
actual
they're
actors.
actual people. They're real people.
Oh, they are
Like
real
real
people.
life.
Yeah, they are real people. It's not like
okay.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I went. Never mind.
Yeah,
Forget the
that's what I was
Pornhub,
saying, not quite
Pornhub
that, so
reference.
once
Take
you
that out.
see-
Cut that part out.
It's kind of like Mortal
Stand.
Kombat. You they got the character stuff. They actually play with the characters. They fight. That's kind of like that. It's not like a cartoon or computer generated or anything.
I
like that.
don't want them to say anymore because
Yeah, I'm done.
there's a scene where they all sit
Why you say
at the
more?
table together.
It gets awkward.
and
Oh yeah.
shit goes left, and I want you to see it.
They
Yeah.
gonna do some
I wanna
under
hear
the
your
table
reaction.
stuff. Okay. Can you cut out that part I said about porn?
And the ending,
Man, everybody
the
watches
ending-
porn.
the
I'm
ending-
watching it less.
The
though.
ending is what made me hit up Marco.
because it reminded you of him.
Hey! What?
Wait,
What?
wait.
Wait,
What's that?
Hold on,
Hold on.
What
Wait,
sound
wait,
effect
wait.
do-
What to choose?
Wait, no, I got you. It has to do with Anthony Mackie and his wife. It don't have to do with his own boy.
Okay. I just had to throw that out.
Yeah.
Where,
I'll
you know,
watch it. I'll watch it.
like
I'll watch
I guess what I don't know what the term is, but as far as people in their relationships and how they move forward in it.
Yeah, people got their different kinks, and sometimes it keeps the marriage fresh and spicy because they were wilding when they were young.
But I did.
They talked about Molly trips and all kinds of shit before they had a family.
I thought that there was gonna be like a twist. I mean, there was a twist at the end, but I thought there was going to be.
You saw it too, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
okay.
there was gonna be a twist. I watched all of that shit today.
Yeah.
Mind you, all three of those things. I watched the rest. I watched the part 4. Then I watched Baywatch, and then I turned around and finished
watched Baywatch.
Black Mirror. Yeah, well, the kids came in, so they wanted to watch something, so I had to slip it in.
Switcheroo.
Slip it in.
Because I was
That's
watching
funny.
Black Mirror, and there was like 15 minutes left. The kids came from school, so I'm like, let's watch something else. But yeah, I thought that.
It's gonna be like a major twist.
I guess I don't want to because
Yeah.
Say it. I don't.
okay. Well, there was a part where when they're in their characters, and he had asked her, "How does it feel?" Because obviously in real life they're both men, but one of the characters is a girl. So like being a man, being a woman, like he wanted to know. So I thought they were gonna like switch at least one time so he can feel it, because he was trying to explain how it is for a woman to have an orgasm, but
that's
from a
really
man's
She was thinking
standpoint.
that he's going to receive, and then he's a picture.
They never
That
switched
was
it.
nice.
They never
But I thought
switched.
that they were going to, just so, because he was like,
No.
how does it feel?
I mean,
like,
if you have a family, I
I
saw.
would have been. Well, he's. the
Oh,
guy
let
who
me
gets
try.
it, But I definitely would have.
That's like,
He's pitching.
Yeah. Black Manta was catching.
Remember? Okay, there's one part in it, like I guess right after they first do it in the game,
They're cuddling.
like oh boy, that's playing the chick. He jokes about, I guess we're gay now, and
Yeah.
Anthony Mack is kind of like, it ain't getting me. I'm still fucking
I'm
the chick.
still, yeah,
Yeah.
technically, yeah.
That's why I figured that too as
Yeah.
well. I was like, well, Anthony Mackie is playing the guy.
There's going to be some quotables
Yeah.
in there, and it's going to make you laugh hysterically.
I saw a thing. So I was looking on Netflix, and I think I saw Miley Cyrus. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
on.
Miley
That's
Cyrus.
one of the episodes.
Black
It's pretty
Mirror.
good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's
I
the
like
last
it.
episode.
She's
Right?
like,
I didn't see it yet, but
I
It's
used
pretty
to love
good. I
her
like
as
it.
Hannah Montana. I'll give it another chance. I'll give it another chance.
Yeah, she gets to say fuck a lot.
I feel like
so I
I'm
know.
sure.
She get all those.
I think she took that role
Disney-
probably because it paralleled with some of her life.
Yeah.
Being Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
What
it
was
was something like that.
What was the other
Oh,
episode
boy.
What you
from
know
Black
about Hannah
Mirror?
Montana?
What was the other episode that they had? Just only 3.
How was the other ones, by the way? I mean, other than Hannah Montana one, this
Was
was
that
that the
one,
only one you
Striking
saw?
Vipers, and then what was the second one?
Oh, the hold up. The hold up. We had Topher Grace in there as
Yeah.
like as a tech billionaire.
Like he made a social media.
Yeah, Smithereens.
Yeah.
And you know, he held an intern.
So
hostage.
there's this guy
Mm-hmm.
that he was doing Uber in front of the same building every day,
Okay.
waiting for a specific employee to come out of a specific company
Right. Okay.
because something traumatizing had happened to him previously related to that company because he was driving
Mm-hmm.
on social media and got into an accident.
Oh.
So he picks somebody up that's an intern for the company and takes him hostage because he's trying to talk to the creator of it all.
Basically like Mark Zuckerberg. So like
Yeah.
if he would have got into an accident while he was on Facebook, like, oh, it's Mark Zuckerberg's fault because I was on my phone. But even though he got off because the other driver was drunk. So, you know, some shit like that. But I do also want to say, for all the people who are tripping out about Striking Vipers, there are other Black Mirror episodes that were way different and out there. And I just have a few episodes from different seasons.
Talking about from the older seasons.
Oh yeah, from the older seasons. Season
snap.
1, episode 1.
Shit, that shit was crazy. I watched that shit at work too. I was
It's
like,
called the
what?
National Anthem,
Oh
and
my
everybody,
God.
and it's most noted for pig sex,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I heard about
bestiality,
Say that again.
pig sex,
Oink.
Gross.
Oink.
swiping
He said
the
most known
swine,
for the fact you said
swine
most
swiping,
known for.
Politician versus the pig.
repugnant pig. I don't know.
They actually show scenes of them fucking a pig.
See,
Yeah.
Oh, right.
season 2, episode 1. Be right back. Do you guys remember that
Oh
one?
my God.
Robot sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can go for hours.
I wish people could
Robot
see your
sex.
face right now.
He can
A robot? What is a robot fucking humans?
Because this lady, her boyfriend died.
Uh-huh.
And she was very distraught, and I guess she could contact him through it's like a simulated reaction. Mm-hmm. From her.
I'm trying to get him to understand
from the computer and everything, and I guess she bought a body, and I forgot, and she put something in the tub, and next thing you know, it's him, just
It's
like an Android version of him.
Yeah, it starts
That
off
simulates
her talking to
everything
AI.
about him, his personality, everything.
Yeah,
So it's
AI
like a
version
so
of
basically
the
like
guy.
a reincarnation, but him and basically he's a robot.
Not reincarnated, but an AI version of him.
Okay.
It started like if it was like a Siri or a Alexa on your computer, talking to it. And he was
Silicone
responding
flesh and all that stuff.
exactly
Like as
how
if-
he would
yeah.
and stuff.
like a
And-
Doom bot, basically.
Yeah, and in being an AI, it told her I can recommend that I get a body, so I can actually physically be there with you.
Mm-hmm.
She ordered the body, and it was true,
was
like,
anatomically
true to life.
correct.
Anatomically correct.
Which is a thing now. That's a thing.
Oh yeah,
To
it's been a
the
thing.
It was
exact
a few-
specifications of him.
Yeah, it was a simple procedure, step by step. You put the body in the tub and with some Epsom salt or something like that.
shit like that.
And let it soak. And
Which is kind of creepy
He
because
downloaded his-
it's like a microwave. Like I follow the instructions. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill downstairs.
Yeah.
And then you hear some steps coming down. Like oh shit! Oh, I forgot it's you.
yeah.
Hey, how you
You're
doing?
done. You're done.
I'm back.
Okay.
It's a trippy episode.
Here's another one. Season 3, episode 3. Shut up and dance. Do you remember that one?
Refresh the memory.
I ain't never seen the show.
Young boy got caught watching some porn.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And he was flipping the fuck out.
Oh my gosh.
Until the plot twist that
my
it was
gosh.
child pornography.
Yes.
And he got exposed along with every other people who watching.
Yeah. They had
There was a hacker that made him do a
do
lot
all
of
kinds of stupid shit.
random shit.
Because if he's like, I got this over you.
Yeah, it was
Go rob the bank.
Blackmail.
Yeah, that's like super like extortion
Oh, that's
shit.
bogus.
Watch it.
It was
well,
a
there's
kid,
multiple
a teenager.
characters, but that was the first one.
Yeah.
It's
That was the
cold.
first character.
That sucks. Can you
Yeah.
prosecute a child for watching other? Never mind.
Well, he's a
I don't know.
teenager
Well,
watching.
I'm gonna blackmail you. Go do
Child
this.
porn.
Go do that.
Okay.
Until he get an order. Oh,
And then
He wasn't the only one though.
And here's another one. Season 3, episode 4, San Junipero. The lesbian love story. Which was a great love story, by the way. That they were stuck in the 80s. They were just like living the 80s for a long
I
time.
think I
And it was like
actually
an
saw that.
interracial lesbian couple that fell in love. But behind that, there were basically old ladies just living out their best those years. Yeah.
Oh, one thing I saw.
Yeah. That was like one of a good. And then another one I didn't mention was Hang the DJ. Was like the dating app.
Oh yeah.
The dating app. It's like if you flip it together, see how long we be together. One day.
Yeah, one day.
Or 5 years, or
150 years.
Yeah. So
Dating roulette.
Yeah.
There were some
An
other
ultimate,
so
like,
if
to
you
find our
guys
ultimate
if you guys
match.
tripping about two dudes doing their thing like there's pig fucking, robot sex, child pornography, and a lesbian love story.
I
All right,
wasn't
so
tripping. I think that was
And a
cute.
robotic.
but you know how most guys
Toxic.
yeah my toxic masculinity. But,
I was about to bring
Yeah.
up the robotic dog killing people.
Oh, that's metalhead. That's kind of
Yeah.
like
Some
Or what
futuristic
about
shit.
or what about the one that was like Yelp review on people?
oh
That's a very good one.
nosedive where your life rating is like your credit.
Yep.
So if you're like rude or mean to people, you
One store, bitch.
It's like you're
It's like your credit.
yeah.
Ugh, you can't get in this.
You
like,
half
you
a
can't-
star.
You can't go to this hotel.
Yeah.
Well, that should be a real thing.
I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
half a star.
like,
but-
oh, you're a Scorpio? No star.
Wow, what you gotta get
All the
Scorpios?
things.
Oh.
So you
That's
had
how
you
you go
hate
there. That's how you go there. All the things.
all the things.
Yeah.
All the
Uh-oh.
Who hurt you?
It's not necessarily being hurt. It's just being pissed off.
Pissed off.
It's okay. I'm an
Cautionary
Aries,
tale.
so we're not compatible.
You sure?
I promise. I wish I would have known that beforehand.
Oh wow.
All signs can be compatible. Y'all just gotta.
Not at all.
So,
Love is
so
love.
somebody came
Love
in,
the
somebody came to you and said, "Hey, what sign you? Scorpio? Sorry."
Facts.
Damn.
I know now.
You don't have
I
a
know
chance.
now.
Even if it's like the person like have all the specifications you're looking for, like
What if
for looks and everything.
Don't know.
What if their moon sign is compatible?
No.
With their rising.
Because
What are their Aries rising?
because at the end of the day, they're a Scorpio, and we don't. Our love
Fuck.
is not the same.
I don't know.
Damn.
You
So
can't
I'm
stand
a
up
Virgo,
try.
and I've run into Virgos that's
I
complete
love
opposites of me.
Virgos.
And I'll be like, that nigga's an asshole, and he's a Virgo? Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny because I just had a conversation with an Aquarius. Sorry, I'm an Aquarius with an Aries yesterday, and we had a great conversation. And I was like, I've only known 2 Aries men and 1 Aries female. You being the second one now, so I just thought that was interesting. I don't know too many Aries.
Yeah, I'm an Aries. I was raised by
I know
3
a lot of
Virgos, so I
Aries.
have some Virgo tendencies. But
oh boy.
what'd you say?
I know a lot of Aries.
Yeah, good.
She said, "Yeah, good."
Bringing you good
Some family
fortune.
members, some exes.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
We didn't end on bad terms. We didn't end on bad terms.
I could be really
We
good. I'm
peoples.
really good friends with Scorpios. I can be, but I just know now I can't date Scorpios.
Date Scorpio.
Yeah.
Well,
You didn't hit that Tyrese. I met a Scorpio.
pause.
Damn.
Oh my
And
god, I
I'm
didn't mean
into where she goes. Oh yeah, she was so damn sexual.
Yeah.
She said, Tyrese, are you ready for me? I can do anything to fulfill your needs.
Tell me what you want,
and I got you, baby.
Whisper in my ear,
When I'm driving you crazy.
Smack it from the side.
Yes.
Now we know what zodiac signs are all about.
Are you that zodiac freak you got me looking for? Okay, sorry.
Now listen.
All right, man.
And I'm a Taurus.
That's funny.
Represent.
Represent. Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
I didn't
Nessa.
take y'all off course.
I know. We good.
I know.
Do-
This
do-
is the usual.
Do we have an NSA?
Yes.
All right. NSA. Here we go.
Yes,
Damn,
son.
son.
Where do you find this? This the Jig is Up podcast with Nessa's Service Master.
Now listen. Now listen.
Beatbox eating music.
Extra sloppy.
All right, guys. What's up, y'all? Y'all are crazy. Okay, so it's pretty short today. I didn't get too much feedback, but it's okay because I want to get your guys' feedback on this.
Yeah.
So with my NSA, it has to do with girl code and guy versus guy code.
Bro versus sis code.
Knuckle up.
So I just want to know, what do you guys deem as girl code and guy code? Well, us two for girl code, you guys for guy code. And the reason why I ask is because I had a situation. Well, story time.
Oh, snap. She knows where it's at. She knows the buttons.
She knows the buttons, man.
So I just
man.
so I just recently kind of spoke about trying to date now. I don't really know how to date. I've been in a situationship for 2.5 years, and now I'm trying to like wean off of it. So I'm kind of like opening myself up to dating, whatever that means. So anyway, I came across a guy who was, well, basically he shot his shot at me, and he seemed like cool people, but he knew my friend and asked, basically like asked for some insight about me, right? And he hits me up and he's just like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's like, oh, you guys want, or like, I want to take you out. So I'm like, okay. I'll see what's up. I was like, just letting you know, we're going to talk about you. I let him know in the group chat, we gonna talk about you. And he's like, I figured that, but it's okay because you're worth it. So I said, okay. So we've been having some pretty dope ass conversation. So then I hit up my girl and I was like, oh boy hit me up. I'm not going to be using any names tonight.
That's good. That's good.
I said, oh boy hit me up. And she was like, oh, I know. And I was like, okay. So, and then I was like, so what do you think? And then she was just like, okay, I'm letting you know right now that's such and such ex. So she's going to feel some type of way, but whatever you decide to do is on you. Whatever you do, I will support you. So I was like, okay, well, I'm obviously gonna not fuck with him
You're
then
the type
because
to fall back. I know.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'm gonna fall back because I don't want no smoke, especially off of like I just don't do drama. I don't do drama. You know what I mean? So I didn't get the full story from her. So then he's still hitting me up and I'm like entertaining it, but on some like cool shit. Cause we wasn't talking about like him and I, it was just like, we're talking about sports, we're talking about music. So just like regular conversation. So then he brings it up like, oh, what are you doing tonight? You know, can I take you out? And then, so I basically just told him like, look, you seem like really cool people, but yeah, this is not gonna work out because I just found out you're such and such ex and I just don't want no drama. And he's just like, we haven't been together for 3 years, right?
That's not long enough.
Mind you, no, but mind you, she's in a whole ass relationship, has a child, they live together, whole ass family.
Oh, it was, what? Never mind.
Right?
Like she
Continue,
moved
continue.
on. Like,
yeah. Well,
Whole
that's
ass
what I'm
family.
saying. She has a whole ass family. But then from my friend who is a credible source, if she says, oh, she gonna feel some type of way because we run in the same circle. We literally talk on a daily basis in our group chat.
So, bitch moved on. Have a whole family.
Okay.
And she gonna
Should've
get
seen Marco's
mad.
reactions right now.
And she gonna get mad? No, fuck that. Shit. Hold on, wait a minute.
Can I finish?
I don't need time for that shit. If she got a whole ass new family with a whole nother nigga, and she gonna get mad that you dating her after 3 years. I'm like,
check
look,
this
man.
out.
Notice who's quiet right now.
If I was the dude married to her and she's feeling away,
They're not married, but yeah.
or had a whole ass family with her,
Starting a whole
I would
new
be
life.
feeling away. What the
Facts.
fuck you feeling some type of way with that nigga for?
Yeah.
You better let him talk to her. Shit, you know, if I was him, I probably would hit you up. You better talk to him anyway.
Go
Fuck
ahead,
that.
sis.
Fuck that.
You're like,
right?
Do you, boo?
Live your best life.
Jump in the group chat. Go ahead, queen.
that's some trace of acrimonious breakup right there. There's nothing amicable about that.
So
Love
then,
conquers all.
I want to hear the rest of the
So-
story because I'm already.
yeah, so that's kind of what I was like left
Well,
with.
somebody's triggered her already, but go ahead.
So that's what I was left with, and I was just kind of like, you know, I told him, I was like, I just decided to fall back because like now I like we've never gone out yet. We just been chopping it up. Now had we already like started dating and doing all that, and then I heard that, then I would probably reach out to her and be like, oh, by the way, this is what's going down, you know, just from woman to woman, because you just never know what happened. And I didn't hear the full story. I didn't hear, you know, there's obviously two sides. Well, in
You
this
don't need
case,
to hit a
3
full
sides.
story.
What do you mean?
You don't need to hit a full story.
To not talk
You
to
don't
him?
need to hit. You don't need to hit their breakup story.
No, I know, but I'm saying for the reason that she feels some type of way, like it could be because maybe he, like, I don't know.
Queen.
Ashe.
If you don't tell that man that you are willing and ready to go out, nobody cares about Shorty if she feeling some type of way. If you want to have a conversation with her, have a conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
But if she feeling some type of way, that don't have nothing to do with you because you going on that date, you getting your food paid for, hopefully.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
You living your best
getting your
life.
box ate.
You getting that. Right.
Shit.
Like a McMuffin. Like we don't need to worry about nobody else and their feelings while she got a whole nother life on the side. 3 years ago.
That's just selfish.
You ready to date,
Move.
you ready to
You
get
lost
out there,
your
you living
fucking mind?
It's ready to live, you
Move
ready to live
on.
your best life. The best part is this is somebody who is familiar. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And mugs, like you got girls who actually may have a little something on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, you can get out anytime you want, but this ain't the right time.
Can I
Not
say
right
something,
now.
homie?
Hey, go ahead.
You gonna jump in a girl code? What?
And if from a guy's perspective, And if she moved on hella fast after we broke up, like she already had the nigga lined up after me,
Yeah.
and started a whole new
That don't always mean anything.
Yeah.
That don't always mean much.
fuck that.
Sometimes it's just look. It seems. I know how it can.
From
seem
a
that way,
guy's
but-
perspective, it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
No,
really?
I mean,
It can
true
be from a
story.
girl perspective,
True
too.
story. I was
That
with
way.
somebody for 5 years.
Substitution.
We broke up.
What?
8 months later, she
I was talking about.
got married and had her first kid. Well, was pregnant to have her first kid.
Then I'm be like, I
What
bet.
the
Eight
So,
months later,
so I'm
you
so
met a
like,
nigga after me, and for 8 months, we was together for 5 years. So for 8 months, he's like, "Oh, we should get married."
I mean, maybe she found the one.
Kid.
That shit
Hey,
can happen.
if that's the
You can't
case,
take
cool.
that
But
away.
when
But
I
don't
hear-
get mad
but
if
nigga,
you hear about me
But no.
doing my thing.
This is what.
Period.
This is what
That's
I'm saying.
all I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying.
This is what happens when y'all don't listen to the story. I didn't even finish.
Oh, that's
I'm speculating. I'm
Okay,
just
so
speculating.
look,
Yeah,
so
I
this
was
is
gonna
what
say my
happened.
piece.
So she basically wanted a family with him. They were together for 3 years, wanted a family. But she was more one of those people like, oh, by this age, I want this, I want that, whatever.
Ooh, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
Because he already had children, and it's kind of like, oh well, that's not fair to me because I want children. We're in a relationship. I want a child with you. You're my man. We're together. So that's kind of how it was. Things didn't really work out, and they kind of like ended it. So she ended up getting to another relationship, but ended up getting pregnant that fast. So it wasn't that she was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know what I mean, like show you up because you didn't want, or it could be, I don't know, I don't know her side, but
Bottom
it's,
line, it ain't his baby.
yeah, it's not his baby. It's not his baby. But that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. The shit's just crazy. But so my question is, what do you guys deem as code? Like, when is it okay to date?
I think you're well in the parameters to me. 3 years. She got
How
a
many
whole.
kids he got?
He has 3 kids.
I mean, that's if you.
I take my answer back.
I mean, I'm saying you well within your parameters to do what the fuck you want to do. But
He's like, you didn't let me finish.
But I mean, if she already moved on,
Yeah.
she got a whole other kid, and she's still catching feelings. I'm like, sis, you just got to get over it. I mean, you already pushed a whole nother nigga's baby out.
So if that was your boy, and you saw, okay, so if that was your boy in that situation, then that's what you would say. Like, bro, just like let her go. She got her own.
Yep.
She living her best life.
Yep.
That's in the code too.
Yep.
Your motherfucking ass move on and have a
Yep.
situation.
Shout outs-
yourself.
shout out-
What are you worried about that other person?
Shout outs to Maul from Joe Budden's podcast. Nigga, you got 7 days. Get over that shit
That's
and move on. You got 7
I'm
days.
that friend. I am that friend.
I was like, everybody needs a friend like Maul.
Yeah,
That's
I'm that
stupid.
You
friend.
got 7 days.
And that's a long time.
Shout out to boy
yeah.
from you hitting that because he said that too. Oh,
Yeah.
he said 2 weeks. I
He
think.
said, you got 2 weeks to hit that.
or I'm gonna hit that. That's what
Oh
he
my
said.
gosh.
Now that sounds like part of some
Yeah.
guy code.
That's a guy code
I would
thing.
say this. I
Yeah.
was in this. I think I was still in college. I was in a similar-ish situation, but I ended up talking to a guy that my best friend had talked to, like in high school somewhere.
Okay.
But we had a conversation about it. Like I was like, listen, he hit me up. We ended up working together, me and the guy. And I hit her up. I was like, hey, like he looks familiar. Like, how do you know him? And to be honest, my best friend at the time, like if I could not date anybody, like I don't know how to describe it, but if I tried to avoid dating anybody that she's ever dated or hooked up with, I would.
Oh, girl code,
It would have
homie,
been right.
homie
It
code.
would have been a struggle. It would have been a struggle. That's all. Could barely take public transportation. But anyway, so, but her and I had like a legitimate conversation. She was like, "Go ahead." Like he was lame anyway. Blah blah blah. All the other stuff. And it turned out, I mean, he wasn't lame. We went on like a few dates, but he was lame. But we had a conversation. we had a conversation about it. And we were like, you know, it was like woman to woman, or at that age, like girl to girl. And we were legit, no ill feelings about it whatsoever. Like when I told her, I was like, "Yeah, you was right." She was like, "Yeah, bitch, I told you." Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was like a big joke.
That's
Like
mature as hell.
it was like a big
Yeah,
joke. So
that
I
is
feel
mature.
like if you're really worried about it, like if we like girl to girl, right? If that was really an issue or not sitting well, like have that conversation. Because like I understand that your friend is a credible source, but like she can't speak for somebody else.
That's true.
So I personally would just be like, hey, can we have like, let's go get coffee? Like, hey, such and such, like we linked up, blah blah blah. Like just, and not even like, is this okay? It would be like, because y'all grown, FYI, you might see some Facebook posts in a few months. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Might see a hit,
and
a hashtag that you might not want to click on or something.
Right, you might see a few cute little Snapchat videos, some boomerangs, whatever. But like, just like as like an FYI, like I said, I feel like that's a part of right. I feel like just a conversation in itself could be guy or girl code. So, but that's just me.
No, I feel it. So with that, that was just my example, which sparked up the whole thing. So I just wanted to know from you guys, what are some things that you guys hold near and dear? That's law, that's guy code, that's girl code. What are some of the things that you guys deem as that?
My thing is like, I'm not touching any of the homies' girls. Like, that's been in serious ass relationships. Like, if like there were moments that if you guys were talking about marriage, kids, and y'all spend time with one another, nope, off limits. Period. Principle. I don't play that shit. And if she's known to be a homie hopper, get the fuck out of this circle. Go to another circle to homie hop.
But is that not like opposite of what you just said though?
I said if she's a homie hopper.
No, before that.
But I'm just saying, like, if I know she's known to be a homie hopper, like I'm saying I'm
relationship. They were in a serious. You were in a
trust me, I know there's someone who's been in a serious relationship.
Have moved on.
Her situation kind of falls into that. That's what she's saying. The guy that she talking to having nice conversations with, was in a serious relationship with the other girl.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to have kids.
Yeah. Want to have kids?
Well, she wanted to. But
they were in a serious relationship for over years. So basically, what she's saying is it's contradicting what you just said.
Oh, well, I'm contradicting myself as a guy.
I'm like,
I'm playing favorites for the guy.
It wasn't just me.
I'm playing favorites for the guy.
I'm here.
He's telling you to live your best life, but he's like, he personally.
That's my advice. My advice is for you to live your best life. I'm operating on my principles.
Your own code. Okay.
My own code.
Okay.
My own bro code, I guess.
The Marco code.
The Marco code.
Yeah.
So I only had 2 people that had responded, and one of them was never trust a big butt and a smile.
Oh wow.
And then the other one, shout out
Did
to
it say,
or a Scorpio.
the other one said you can mess with the homie's ex jump off, but definitely not the homie's ex girl.
Jump off's a fair game.
Was that a
That's
guy
what
or
he
girl
said.
that said that?
Yeah.
That was
It
a
was
guy.
a guy.
It was a
So
guy.
he said you can with the jump off, but not the ex girl.
Nope.
'Cause that's
So
what
it's
jump offs
basically
are
what
for.
you
Yeah.
were saying.
That's what jump offs are
see,
for.
okay,
Yeah.
see, for me,
Shout out to D.
case
Riley.
by case, shout out to that nigga. Case by case basis for me though, because
Okay.
there's an ex I had, which I was saying earlier, that got married 8 months later or whatever. Fast forward, ended up talking about she only did that to try to get over me. Fast forward to that. Fast forward later to that, talking about some. Okay, I don't know if she was insinuating that she was gonna talk to my cousin, but she mentioned it that my cousin tried to get at her at one point, and I'm like,
Okay.
all right, let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
Or, congratulations if something happens out of it. Because I'm like,
Well, you be a part of the family.
yeah, I'm like, I'm over here now. Like,
You pass by it. It's like
I honestly felt like if something happens out of that, I would not be tripping at all. I wouldn't be all like cutting eyes at the family luau some
Right,
shit.
she can still come to
hey,
the
congrats, you guys found happiness. That's awesome. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Got my own
good for
thing
you
going.
guys.
Shit.
What about you? Do you have any?
But wait, let me say this though.
Sorry,
But
go ahead.
if it was switched, I wouldn't do that. Like how Marco was saying, like, if it's somebody that she used to have a serious relationship with, one of the homies, nah, I'm good. I'd rather have my whole
Yes.
my own thing going on.
Yeah.
The homie code, man.
Yeah. No, not really. Honestly.
You don't believe in guy code?
Oh no, I do.
I was about to say, damn.
Yeah, he said.
Oh no.
Really.
Oh no, like you have a scenario that. No, they're talking about the scenario that happened.
No.
Oh,
Like
okay.
cut the scenario out. That was just a reason. That was a backstory for
Yeah,
why I
your
came
girl,
up with
your
this.
girl fell asleep with her mouth open at my house. And,
Yeah, it just happened to.
You know, I just.
Killing talk to
You know?
homies exes. Yeah. No.
Wow. He said, nah,
Keeping
not
close
really.
contacts and
Like if
shit.
they throwing it, I'm catching it.
Nah,
Oh, bad.
actually,
I mean, fuck it, you know. Shit,
nah, I've never.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have that.
Nah, I can't. Nah, this is me. I just can't. I can't do it, man. If it ain't really around my homie, that's his girl, and even if they break up afterwards, I can't do it at all.
Yeah, you
I
attest
actually,
to being.
I
in
lied. I
situations.
actually like
He said, actually, I lied.
no. About the scenario, about a situation I've been in like that where my homie, his girl was trying to get like me and stuff like that, and I'm like
trying to push up on them.
push up on me, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it. And then even honestly,
You like to tell the story?
yeah. No, she was trying hard, and I mean, she was like really trying hard like that, and I was like, yo, it's a good friend of mine. I was like, bro, I can't do
See
it.
that?
You know what I'm
See
saying?
that?
It's just,
Would you like to tell the story?
but niggas ain't shit though, right?
Some of y'all.
yes.
I don't know. I can think to probably 3 couples right now from high school who are marrying someone that one of their friends dated once upon a time. I literally like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably not the right girl to talk about girl code stuff.
Well,
I'm too into like, let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk it out.
Well, let's
The lines are blurred.
What about this?
Okay.
Let's take the dating from us dating out of the equation. So, for instance, I don't know if you guys seen this one, but this girl tweeted, my friend's boyfriend just called me looking for her. I told him she was asleep on my couch drunk, and I said, you want me to wake her up? He said, she right here. I was just proving to her that all her friends are liars. I was still in character though. I'm like, who the fuck on my couch then?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you? Okay, so girl code, right? So
That's girl code.
that's girl code too.
I mean, I can't get mad at that. She, you know, because guys will probably do the same thing too. Like, oh, where that nigga Ronnie at? Oh, that nigga Ronnie, shit. Hey, Ronnie!
He just left out. He went to the liquor store.
Oh, shit, that nigga caught an Uber. I don't know where that nigga going, but he just caught an Uber.
And that's blood code too. Like, don't think I'm about to snitch on nobody in my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bro was.
I think you want to get
Don't ask
some.
me
Like
about
if
the
I know
store.
where somebody at, I don't know where they at.
I don't know.
Matt.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I
know
can
who
tell
you
where
talking
I'm
about.
at. I'm at home.
Where your cousin at? I don't know where he at. Shit.
I can tell you where I'm at.
Right. I'm here.
I was sitting there watching TV, and I
where,
didn't see him after that.
where I draw the line is when you doing something you have no business doing. You use my name but don't inform me. That's when it's an issue. Because, like, friends, I mean, it didn't have to do with friends or relationship, but it had to do with parents. So, shout out to Preachy. I love you. So, one day, her dad hit me up and was like, oh, where's Preachy at? And I was like, oh, I think she's with such and such. She said she was with you. I was like, oh, okay, so she was with me, but then she like I don't like that shit. Like, inform me, like, oh, yo, I just told Pops I was with you. Make sure, you know, come on, like, let me
Communication
know, let me
is the
know.
key, like,
and
yeah.
same, not that
That's
I
where
want
niggas
any
be fucking
parts
up.
with lying to anyone's mans or nothing. But even with that too, let me know if you're gonna throw my name in the mix.
That's how a
let
lot of
me
niggas
know.
be fucking
Say
up.
something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because y'all be too eager.
I thought y'all
Say
I thought
something.
y'all was out watching the game.
They be too eager. My ass be at home.
Hey, what?
That's right.
I be the one I be the one in the same situations. Nessa.
Playing games with your homie.
Like,
online.
where's such and such? I don't know. He said he was with you. I know, but he ain't here no more.
Yeah.
I guess he's with me in
I'm trying to
spirit.
be on quick on my feet.
With
Shit.
me in
He ain't here no more. I don't know where he at. Shit.
That
Oh, no,
nigga
we-
transcended. I don't know where you.
I know.
He Johnny Depp out of here.
He kicked it wild and he just headed out. So I don't
girl
know.
code, I'm always gonna have my girls back, but if you gonna use my name, please inform me. That's all I ask.
I'm with you on that.
Same story, same script.
I guess my girl code would be like, if you feeling some type of way about anything, just like tell me. But also, but you know what? This is the code in general. I fucking set up January 1st, 2019.
Okay.
Don't talk to me about your significant other. I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to hear the shit. If you mad, talk to him.
Yep.
If you happy, talk to her. If you mad, talk to her. Any of those things, I don't want to hear it because you going to have me going through this roller coaster with your ass. You calling me talking about, oh my God, fuck him, I hate him, blah, 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 blah. But then I call you the next day and you driving your ass 5 hours to go see him.
You know, and you know what?
I'm still mad.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think one thing I have an issue with that is when the person is telling you shit, they're leaving shit out.
Of course.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's why you sitting there mad and they driving 5 hours because they left some shit out.
Yeah, you right about that. But you know what I started doing now? I started doing this years ago. I'm like, okay, what'd you say?
Exactly.
And then I was like, okay, and then what? Okay, what'd you throw?
Yeah.
Right.
So how did that person get mad? Did you do something?
Right. So how he get locked out the house?
So you mean to tell me you just walked up in the house and was mad? Like,
what? Right. So I can't be finessed like that no more. But I'm definitely now like, I don't want to hear your shit.
You know,
she's traumatized. Like,
she's fucking him when she's like, whose side are you on?
Nah,
when they say that,
side of the truth. So
you would
start
think
telling
so.
it.
You would think so, but you know, when you catch a bride, they be like, I mean, well, I said every time. I mean, I just said that.
But that don't mean nothing. Fuck him.
Right. I mean, I just snatched him up a little bit. Like, yeah, they
I just pour hard grease on him, you know, like he be alright.
They tell the truth real quick.
Oh, he just got mad.
Man, he got mad because I pulled a knife on him. Oh, bitch ass nigga. Why you
It
running,
always start
nigga?
like that.
It's only just a fucking knife. It wasn't a meat cleaver.
He needs
Shit.
to man up.
It was a butter knife.
That's stupid.
He needs to man up.
He needs to man
Don't
up.
take it to heart, bro.
It's a butter knife, B.
Nigga got scared of a knife. Shit.
What is exactly manning up in that situation? So I manned up. I took the knife and punched her in the face.
God.
We even up right there.
That's
She
far
threatened
from
my
man
life.
up. That's far from man
We
up.
even.
That's funny as fuck.
Nah, man. I'm just.
No, wait.
No.
When she pulled a knife, I pulled a gun. Fair trade. She learned a life lesson. Don't pull a knife on a. Don't pull a knife to a gunfight.
This is why I'm not dating.
This is
We're
problematic.
funny. We don't mean
He
that
said we're
shit.
funny.
I'm not pulling no
Scared.
nothing.
That's why I deleted Tinder.
I just run.
After 3 hours.
She said after 3 hours.
Damn.
What
I
happened?
was like, fuck, get the fuck out of here.
On Tinder?
Yeah, I barely even set up like a profile. I like just downloaded it. I was like, oh no, I gotta go.
All right.
Default pick in effect.
Facts.
I ain't get
Ghost.
that much love on Tinder when I was on it.
And there.
I was
Tinder.
Yeah, come back with
like, here
this
and there's,
when I
here and
was on it.
there's.
Never been on.
And it was a lot of now I'm goods.
Aw.
Oh no, that's me.
Oh.
No, I'm good. My bad.
A lot of left, huh?
You
To
found-
the left.
You found the match. Oh no, that was an accident.
Oh, and she'd be the first one to message you like, hey,
match.
fuck.
Yep.
Oh no. Hey,
I
what are you doing?
So I feel like that will only shine light on how shallow I am.
What for real?
Like, cause if you're only picking people by their pictures, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I
you
feel like
can't
that would
read.
just
I mean, you
amplify
can't
my
read profiles. I
being
mean, you know.
I know, but the first thing you see
Yeah,
is
you
a
see
picture.
the picture. Yeah.
Oh
And you
my
swipe
God,
right.
y'all should hear me in the streets. I'd be like, oh Jesus Christ. So let alone me and my own like. That would be bad.
It's all
That'd be
algorithms,
bad.
you know. It's all algorithms.
Never did it.
Says the guy that was
all
formerly
reasons why
king
I
of the
stay
swipe.
away.
King of the swipe.
Long time ago.
Formerly
A long time ago.
hashtag king of the swipe over there.
King of the swipe.
Man, what? I don't know what you talking about.
He said that swiping,
Great
no
answer.
swiping.
Great answer,
Y'all niggas
Marco.
tripping. I get, shit.
Swiping who?
Olivia's the only woman that loves me. All right,
Aw,
And you love her back.
facts.
the only
She's
woman
gorgeous.
that loves me. I love her too, even though she gets on my nerves. But that's not.
Yo.
If she
what
didn't
we're
get
here
on your
for.
nerves, then
Look, did you see
It ain't
what?
real.
Did you see him share her one of her story joints? And he
Call him out. Call him out.
what happened? What happened?
she was trying to like throw shade about him not doing something as a boyfriend, and he put it on his story like, I just gave you a kiss before I went to work.
Checked her ass.
Clap emojis.
Yeah, man, she trying to be play me out there on the stories, man. Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to my girlfriend.
Publicly. He was like, all right.
I was like, I bet.
Allow me to retort.
Because when I see some bullshit, I'm like, I bet.
Call her out. Oh my god.
So she was like, she had a meme just like, when you don't get a good morning, beautiful text. And I'm like, really? Oh, really? You playing that? You playing that? All right. I bet. I got something for your ass.
He told him to shut up. I mean, he told her to shut up.
I'm like, shut up. I gave you a kiss before I left to work.
I was dying.
Oh, that's another one too, because she was fucking around. She was like, "Ooh, I want you in these lace shorts." He was like, "These shorts, like, that's something that you wear on Pride Weekend." No offense to to the guys, who that's their lifestyle. That's just not for me, And I was working out doing leg day yesterday. I'm still sore from it, and she was like, "Oh, are you getting ready from the leg shorts?" I was like, "No, the fuck I look like."
Yeah. I seen that. And I screenshot his text thread.
I screenshot my text thread. And I said the way my toxic masculinity is set up.
Yep. He was like, fuck I look like. Where it goes.
So I'm just being my authentic self, on and off the mic.
Just being me,
Yeah, just being me.
Yep.
Hey, you gotta be yourself.
Putting your girlfriend on blast. Let her live.
Oh, she put him
on blast on her story.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's mutual.
And then I put up a meme on the podcast IG about like when she manipulates you and get what she wants. She used that and put me on it. It's like, that's you. So I guess it's fun. It's like a little fun joke.
We're
back
even.
And forth,
That's good when you can like both of y'all can
have a
each
little
other
sense
shit
of humor.
and nobody gets butt hurt.
Yeah, a little sense of humor.
Marco V.
It was cute. The thing that Dashe had posted on her story, and you responded to it. You was like, "Yeah, that's my babe," or whatever. And then she had she's like, "When your boyfriend is supportive."
Yeah. So I seen Sterling's story, and I seen my girl Crip walking. So I was like, "Oh, that's my baby. Fuck it up, cuz." She screenshotted that and put it on her story when your boyfriend's so supportive.
You.
So I put a little gif on there where dude saying, "You're damn right."
Fuck it up.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck it up, babe.
That's cute.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. This sounds like another fun episode. So, shout outs and party words, Mr. Kmart.
Shout outs to me.
Shout outs to me. That's how it goes down.
Yep, that's it.
That is it.
You guys
all right.
You guys
Get
can be
easy
anywhere
on
else.
Nessa, because I know sometimes.
Shout out to Nessa for starting her new podcast.
Yay!
It's about to launch. Shout out to my lady Dashe. She's doing her thing this week and last week and next week and every week after that. Oh man, I want to shout out this Netflix. Whoever was in part of this Netflix special when they see us, but that shit pissed me off, man.
No, you gotta give Queen Ava her props though.
Yes.
She did 13th. She made 2 classics on me under Netflix. 13th and When They See Us.
Yeah, she got people thinking. You're right.
You can't watch them though, because that'd be too much. You be like,
not back to back.
you might want to slap it. If you watch, can you imagine watching that back 13th and When They See Us back to back?
My gosh.
You slapping every white person on sight.
Hey, low key, that's how I felt when I watched
Khalik Browder.
when I watched Fruitvale Station.
I haven't watched it yet.
I watched it in the theaters when it came out.
Ooh. Really?
And then afterwards, me and my girl, we went to get like donuts or some type of like.
You went to
dessert
donuts
afterwards.
where there's cops.
We went to get some pastries, and then some cops walked in, some white cops, and I felt so bad because I was like in that moment. I didn't want to see these motherfuckers, and that's how bad it was.
That's what I'm talking about. Like when you watch stuff like that,
Did you hit him with the Eve line? I don't even know you, but I hate you.
See, all I know is that your ass
fucking for niggas like you.
Oh, bad.
I was just talking about Eve yesterday, so that's funny that you said that.
Eve is good, man. She married to a billionaire.
Ooh, listen, living her best life.
Right.
She ain't struggling.
Living her best
At
White
all.
man.
All right.
Definitely shout out to you for being here.
Hey.
I missed you the first time because I was out on tour, and it's always good. I love chopping it up with the boys, but it's always good to have some female energy as well. So I appreciate you.
Don't fuck it up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Thank y'all for having me for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's always good.
Yeah, I thank you for coming over because needed that activist input.
Yes,
You know.
definitely.
Blacktivist.
Blacktivist, get
The
it
blacktivist.
right.
Yeah,
Everybody
so
put your fist up. I'm just kidding.
put your fist up.
Where my shea butter?
Put your fist up in victory.
Shea butter, coconut oil. Yeah. Well, shout out to y'all for sure for having me another time.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate y'all. Appreciate the energy.
Definitely.
Make sure y'all register to vote.
Register to
You're
vote.
not kidding.
I'm
It's
registered
okay,
every-
baby.
No, for real.
every
Yeah,
time.
talk your shit.
LBS, but yeah, make sure y'all register to vote. Make sure y'all start paying
I
attention.
stay
LBS.
registered.
Bro,
The only
motherfucker.
time I've ever, well, I've never heard it, but I've always seen it is when Mark does that. LBV.
LBVS.
But very serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a real thing out
So the
there.
fact that you said it, I was like, wait, did you just?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like-
Yo, it's funny because Mac says the same thing too. So it's
Really?
like when Mac put it down there on the on our story reply, Dashe thought like, was that Mark? Did Mark say that? I'm like, no, it wasn't your man. It wasn't your
Get
man.
him off the hook. That's right. Guy code. That's right. Make sure he stay off
Yeah.
the
Oh
hook.
no, it was facts. That wasn't me.
I wasn't taking no stand or anything. I was just giving them all facts.
I couldn't wait
Nothing
to
alternative
confront her for
about that. No
Like-
Mueller investigation needed whatsoever.
So you thought that was me, huh?
That's funny.
I'm waiting.
Wild.
That shit's so funny.
Nah, it was an Amy's burner account. You know what
Man, fuck that nigga amazing.
You're stupid.
That nigga ain't shit. Fuck him. He ain't the funniest nigga on the Jig Up. Maybe he is though.
Maybe he is though.
LBVS. K-Mer's the real co-host.
Kmart's the glue. He keeps the show together. Fuck Marco.
Give me my soundboard.
Hashtag give Killing the soundboard, nigga.
That's stupid.
I hate y'all. But I
Y'all
love
are crazy.
Oh man, shout outs to my brother. He's heading out to boot camp tomorrow. He's gonna be an airman.
Hey.
Yeah, he made the smart decision. He didn't join the Navy. No shade to the Navy though.
Excuse me?
No shade to the Navy, but
He's about to live his best life.
He's
he
not-
about to get a career popping, and I'm
not gonna be
so
Squidward.
happy for him.
You
Not
said
gonna
what?
be Squidward. He's gonna be Aang.
Yeah, pretty much. He might be a drone pilot, so I don't know. It might,
I was gonna do that.
He might have some real Call of Duty. Like he's gonna do some real Hellfire,
Whoa,
Predator missile type shit. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
he been playing Call of Duty. So,
So when I come back and I see him like party like in his third year, I'm like, what's up, homie?
That's stupid.
you a killer for real, nigga. Woo, because we got some ice water in your veins, nigga.
He's like, I'm not a killer, but don't push me.
Like I used to change your diaper, and now you just
You got
a
strong
stone
grip.
cold killer.
Changing
Fuck
yours, you
that.
acting scared like that.
That's the firm handshake.
I know, right?
Firm handshake.
Bro, he ain't gonna be like that.
Nah, man. That's my brother, man. I love him, dude.
You're gonna be proud. You're gonna be like, but I'll wrestle you though.
I still fuck you up
Slam
though.
my brother though.
Shit, I don't know, man. When you get 30, man, that shit, when you hit your 30s, man, it's different.
Look at this Undertaker speaking over
Yeah,
there.
your anger is much more.
You sound like the Undertaker. After I had a match with Bill Goldberg.
Oh my god!
My pancreas hurt. I got speared twice.
But I won though.
But I
But I
won
won, though.
with an ugly, janky ass choke slam that Goldberg couldn't sell.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're both tired.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I didn't even watch it. I was like,
that match was 20 years too fucking late.
yeah,
Stop it.
that was.
Well, if it was
Pretty
Undertaker
bad.
versus Sting, I would have watched.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Shout outs to Olivia's daughter. She turned 14. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday.
So
She
happy
has,
birthday.
she has the same birthday as Sita. Happy birthday, Sita.
I was about to say, Cedar from Cedar's World.
Yo, that's a throwback.
Hella throwback.
Happy birthday, Cedar.
Hey, you know niggas used to thirst over her. It's like, damn, if I hit it raw, but I get a virus.
That's a Black Mirror episode.
Oh my gosh.
Put that little joint in.
Is that what I was
Someone unplugged her from the Matrix. Haven't seen her ever since. Nah.
Wow.
But yeah.
Or she hopped off that picture. Like,
Oh no.
And Miss Queen
Tell
over
some
here.
hood.
Yeah.
Any I think you already said your shout outs, but
Well, I shout out to y'all, of
Uh-huh.
course, for the beautiful energy in the room. Shout out, of course, to my co-hosts, Mandisa and Jamal. Yeah, just shout out to them. They're doing their thing.
Hello.
Uh-huh. And he has an article out on him, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I think what happened? Did the mic go off?
Yeah, hers did.
Hello?
Yeah.
It's like you turn the microphone off and then it just went boop.
Something of yours. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
That's
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, Jamal just had an article out that came out June 1st on him by Voyage LA. So y'all check that out. It's just all about like him growing up, and he actually he talked a little bit about like how working in film and theater, how they asked him to cut his dreads, and he talks about his reaction to that.
Fuck y'all.
Basically, and he's never not gotten a role for it. So, but yeah, and then y'all can of
So
course.
he couldn't get typecasted at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
No, they've never rejected him.
Oh, they
for
never
saying
rejected
no.
him.
They've
Okay,
never rejected him for
got
saying
it.
No, he still like does his thing. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
yeah,
market
yeah.
for everyone.
Exactly. So he's just a beautiful soul. So is Mandisa. My co-hosts are bomb. Y'all can of course listen to us anywhere. Living Millennial Podcast.
And what's the social handles for them to check you out?
Living Millennial PC at on Instagram, and Living Millennial Podcast on Facebook.
Oh, but there you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it. Thank you guys for listening. So if you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we love making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being your motherfucking self, yeah, you know what I gotta say. The jig is up, and we out.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking balls, nigga.